communication between worlds.
This is Hecklevish at the Pork Chop Express, and I'm talking to whoever's listening out there. It's like I told my last wife. I says, honey, I never drive faster than I can see. Besides that, it's all in the reflexes. You just listen to the Pork Chop Express and take his advice on a dark and stormy night, all right? When some wild-eyed, 8-foot-tall maniac grabs your neck, taps the back of your favorite head up against the barroom wall, and he looks you crooked in the eye and he asks you if you paid your dues. Well, you just stare at that big sucker back in the eye and remember what old Hecklefish always says at a time like that. Have you paid your dues, fish? Yes, sir, the check is in the mail. Well, you see, I'm not saying that I've been everywhere and I've done everything, but I do know it's a pretty amazing planet we live on here, and a man would have to be some kind of fool to think we're all alone in this universe.
We're going off the rails on a crazy train. With the beat, we're going off the rails on a crazy train.
Another theory is that it's a Foo Fighter.
Hello, I've waited here for you ever long.
During World...
Tonight, I throw myself into out of the red, out of the head. She sang, do you, and I wonder.
Yo!
What? Foo Fighters.
I know the song, but may I?
Yeah, go ahead with the story about your alien balls.
Okay, so I asked AJ anything you'd like from Thomas James, his answers. The only thing I would want would be a promo from James saying to the camera.
Oh man, I can't. It's going to take me a long time to memorize this.
Expected you an hour ago.
He's a long hoof from the Medina, sir.
This is your Baratna Miller telling you to watch the wash valves. Delta Iota. Oh, Delta Iota. I think I said it right.
Delta Loda!
Wait, is that Belta? Yeah, it's Belta Lauda, isn't it?
Delta Loda!
Yeah, now I'm back to memorizing lines. Tell AJ. You.
That's the answer. Thank you, Tom.
That's the answer.
You stay there, right there. Coal man gotta die sometime.
But now,
This is your Baratna brother, Miller. This is your Baratna Miller telling you to watch the Y-Files. Belt it louder, motherfucker. This is great, but I'm a huge fan, and I never miss an episode, and thank you for doing what you do, because I really think you're helping spread the word in a powerful way, and it's a lot of fun. And I was sad that, you fired the Hecklefish,
What is this human even talking about?
and then you guys had to shut down for a month while Hecklefish renegotiated his contract or whatever was going on there. But
Hollywood.
I'm glad you guys are back. I was hoping you guys had axed the fish for good, but somehow he weaseled his way back in. So I'm okay with it for now.
I played Polybius in Area 51. A secret code inside the Bible said I would. I love my UFOs and paranormal fun, as well as music, so I'm singing it like I should. But then another conspiracy theory becomes the truth, my friends, and it never ends. No, it never ends. I fear the crap cat and got stuck inside Mel's home with MK Ultra. I'll be an only too aware. Did Stanley Kubrick fake the moon landing alone on a film set, or were the shadow people there? The Roswell aliens just fought the smiling man, I'm told, and his name was Cole. And I can't believe I'm dancing with the fishes. Hecklefish on Thursday nights with AJ2, and the Wi-Fi's me all through the night. All I ever wanted was to just hear the truth, so the Wi-Fi's on repeat all through the night. The Mothman sightings and the solar storm still come to Agatha, the secret city underground. Mysterious number stations, planet Serpo 2, Project Stargate, and what the Dark Watchers found. Within a simulation, don't you worry though. The Black Knight satellite, it told me so. I can't believe I'm dancing with the fishes. Hecklefish on Thursday nights with AJ2, and the Wi-Fi's on me all through the night. All I ever wanted was to just hear the truth, so the Wi-Fi's on repeat all through the night. Hecklefish on Thursday nights with AJ2, and the Wi-Fi's on repeat all through the night. All I ever wanted was to just hear the truth, so the Wi-Fi's on repeat all through the Cutie loves to dance. Cutie loves to dance on the dance floor because she is a camel, and camels love to dance when the feeling is right on waiting time. Cutie loves to dance. Cutie loves to dance.
Thank you for watching the After Files live stream. This is not a professional production. We don't know why anyone watches this thing, but we're glad you do. And now, to kick off the show is everyone's favorite sidekick, the one, the only, Hecklefish.
Are streamed in front of a live audience. All right, I see me. Is this working? This is on? This is an S show at the F Factory. Hey, everyone. It's been a minute, huh? I'm not even watching that video that's premiering over there. Everyone's confused. I'm nervous. All right, what's going on in the chat? Hey, Young Hung. Speaking of Hung, how about that shout out from Thomas Jane? That was fun, huh? I'm a huge Expanse fan. Thanks, brother Daniel. Alti Thor is here. Hey, Kenneth, good to see you. Katya. Hey, Arminger. Has Galaxy what I say? Wow, I have slow mode on, but you guys, we don't even have a lot of folks in here. Thanks, Tony. I know Alex misses the old format. We're not switching formats. We're just adding those. It's just, I mean, you only get a 3-minute trailer, so I couldn't really explain much what was going on. For paid members and for Patreon members, they got actually a 20-minute video explaining everything. So we've been slow because we're basically doing a full rebuild of the studio, like full renovation. We built a new podcast studio where I will sit with guests, and we knocked out a bunch of walls and built a huge green screen soundstage with Unreal Engine, plus a control room. And this is not going to be professional tonight, by the way, because the cats are fighting. I'm home. I don't like to do this at home. The gym got flooded, so the floor is ruined. So now all the gym equipment's in here. That's why Bob is here, and my dip bar. So that all this is in my bar area now. So it's not going to be a professional.
This is clearly not a professional operation.
It's not professional. Amy says, relax, it's all good. Relax is not in my vernacular. That's not in my milieu. Thanks, Darklighter. Yeah, a lot of people are going to hate that new format. Oh, the sinuses, sorry. You can hear a lot of snot tonight. What I'm trying to do is beef up the podcast, which means that the main episodes slow down for a little bit while we churn out these sort of just these quick. They're supposed to be quick. Freckles, are you listening? They're supposed to be done in one day. 3 guys, 1 day. You said it took 5 days. I mean, we were editing right up to the last minute. Anyway, we're trying to beef up the podcast so we can maybe land on a platform to give us a little bit of freedom, a little bit of financial freedom to focus on what I want to do, which is the main episodes that you came to enjoy. And some more fun stuff, like I've got this 8-episode arc of James Pond and Dr. Human, but I don't have time to shoot it. I've got a whole James Bond filmed. It's 8 episodes, they're 12 minutes each. So that's what that green screen is for. So we could do fun stuff like that. But if I do that, then I still got to pay the bills. So we're trying to land a deal. There are opportunities, but I need to get the podcast back on the charts. So I apologize. Main episodes, like the ones that you're used to, those are still happening. I mean, you're going to have one in a couple of days. I finished the script today. It's on Ghost Ships. So they'll probably still be slow for the next month or two. But that's not the long-term plan. So chill out. Everything's going to be cool. Danny N, he said the churn. Did someone say the churn in the chat? I hope that was an Expanse reference. So everyone chill out. It's going to be good. I don't have much prepared tonight. I just wanted to jump on and hadn't connect with you guys, especially with the weird episode landing today. So weird. I'm not even going to look at the comments. All right, but I'm following the chat. Thanks, Cheryl. You're very nice. Weird Travelers, just take your time. I wish everybody was like you. but everybody's not. You know, Jacob says, how was they meet up with Nerdrotic? That's where we shot that beatbox with I forget what his name was, but everyone was a subscriber to his channel. He's got like hundreds of millions of views. Yeah, he was awesome. That was at the Nerdrotic meetup, and wow, Gary had his capacity was 350, but he was well over that. The line was out and around the block to go and meet him. So if you're a Nerdrotic fan, you should know that Gary is even nicer in person than you would expect. Like, he's awesome. But am I putting messages up? Oh, you're putting messages up? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But man, after the meetup, I just got attacked on Twitter for just associating with Gary. What's that about? I mean, he covers Star Trek and Star Wars videos. Darklighter, don't put yourself in the hospital. No, I'm good. I did break a rib while I've been gone, so I'm nursing that. Broke one and bruised the rest. Fell down like an old man. I wish I could say like I was at the dojo and we were just going too hard, because that's happened before. But no, I just fell like an old man. In slow motion. No. Potato pew 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 pew. Can't wait to see you on Rogan again. Rogan is booked. I was supposed to be on there this week. Hey, is this camera working? You seeing this angle? Boys, they're gonna let me see if I can show you. They're gonna I've got this curtain here. You see what's going on down there? It's just kitten chaos. Boys. Oh, for the love of... is any of that showing up? That's this is not a professional. Oh, he's playing with the toy. That's the new boy, by the way. That's the new kitten. That's just about 7 months old, and he's giant. It's going to be a big animal. But don't you just want to squeeze on him? So that you're going to hear that throughout the evening. Yeah, and now he's attacking the cord. Oh, for heaven's sake. He was the one, if you guys don't remember, that I thought was going to die over Christmas. Because that was my Christmas present, that boy. And I thought I got a dead kitten for Christmas. I'll tell that story if you want to hear it, but let me catch up with the chat. Sybil says he is beautiful. Sybil's the best. Yeah, he's cool. Jim, don't you dare stress out again. I stress out all the time. You remember what happened last time. Don't make me turn this car and drive back to New Jersey. Don't want to go back to Jersey. No, I stress out all the time. I'm not worried long term. The comments are just, I thought I was past it. I thought I was like, the channel's big enough. There's enough like real fans like you guys that are so supportive that I thought I was finally had the armor. But after the Nerdrotic meetup, the threats came pouring in. And if you were a Patreon member, remember the channel, you heard me talking about it. Physical death threats to me and my wife. Really aggressive ones. Like, we know where you are. You're going to get what's coming, that kind of stuff. No one gave me their real name, though. I'm here. You know where I'm at. Anunnaki, when's the Art Bell film dropping? I can't tell you that. But it is very close to, I mean, they haven't started shooting it yet, but it's very close to getting into the pipeline. There was an actual bidding war for that script, and the bidding war has been won. But I'm not allowed to tell you who, not yet. But I will have talking points when I go on Joe's show, which is probably going to be, I'll probably be there sometime around the end of May. I don't know how long he takes to get them out. So who knows when it'll be, maybe this summer. But I'm not going to confirm that with him until the channel has a little bit more momentum. Not this just darkness and then one weird episode with that Hecklefish and then who knows. I want to go into Joe strong. Scott says, go to One Taco in Austin. Okay, I'm down. I've been to Austin many times. I like that city. Youngblood protect by all means. I don't mind that people threaten my life twice a month on average. This month is a lot more. But I get angry when they go after my family and my wife by name and say they know where I am. You don't threaten. Who threatens a dude's wife? A coward is who. I hope you're watching. Xavier says, neurotic is the man. You see how angry I am? Like I'm taunting. See, neurotic is a man. Keep the blicky with you and forget the haters. I'm trying. I mean, I'm way better at it now. The really hard part was when we took that jump from like, I don't know, 25, 30,000 subscribers to 500,000. Because before that, the comments were so positive that people thought I was hiring like Chinese bots to leave comments, which I wasn't. It was just a great small community. But once we got a wider audience and people would find the channel and not really understand what we're doing here, they would just be nasty. And I wasn't used to just suddenly, oh my God, there's a ton of people that hate me in here. He's going to tear this thing down. Dude. All right. Dude. You just see Mitt? You see? What are you doing? I see you. He's just attacking my sweater. All right. That's it. Now that the camera's on, I'm nothing. It's like the typical radio guest. Ask a question, never get an answer. Happy Easter, Ilya. And happy holidays to everybody who's celebrating. Very important week. And I love the light traffic. Jade Fox says, haunting of the feet, yes. Steve Britton, oh, it's a tuxedo point. They never grow up. Tuxedos are the only ones we have. I have strict rules for my animals. Tuxedo, male, pink nose. And used to be short hair, but Jen she turned me around on that. But now added to the list, Maine Coon only. Larry Jim Mob, the sub says it all, 4.67 million. That's true, but I average about adding between 100 and 200,000 a month for over a year. Last month we got 34. So things have gotten slow, but it's understandable. I mean, there's nothing new on there, but it gives me anxiety. I got to keep telling myself it's going to be okay. There's a plan. Anne loves Maine Coons. They're different. They are dogs in a cat suit. You know, I get home from work and I've got 3, and one's a full Maine Coon, one's a half, and one's just short hair. When I get home from work, the Maine Coons are sitting there waiting like a dog. Tim's make me a cocktail. I've got a little bit of just canned champagne there that I was sipping on just to calm my nerves because it's been a while, but otherwise I'm just drinking water. I don't like to be drunk on the stream. I've been tipsy on the stream before, and it's not a good look. Like I sound like I feel like I'm way funnier than I actually am when I'm drinking. Yeah, I play it back. It's like that's just an old man babbling. George Klein, go do it. Hey, Captain Lucky, good to see you. Ace, I never made it wasn't Kasparov, it's a Kozierev mirror. I never made one, but there was a group on Facebook that was getting together to make one. And I told them, if you do it, let me know. Wherever it is, I'll fly out. We'll shoot a segment, but I haven't heard from them. Someone should make one. There's not much to it. You can get the plans online. Killer Rabbit canned champagne. Yeah. Sophia. I've been a fan for years. It's from Coppola. Just to take the edge off. But we're going to be doing a collab with a canned wine company coming up soon. I think it's going to be Gertie's Camel Juice. John is making a flux capacitor. Cool. Just keep it under 88. You'll be fine. DJ likes Mancoons. Sella champagne coolies. Yeah, I'm not a if you probably can't see behind me, but there are some really expensive bottles back there, and I just don't have an advanced enough palate to tell the difference. Like I have a bottle of bourbon back there that was like $650, and I took a sip, and I'd rather have Turkey 101. I'm just a simple man with simple tastes. I drink canned champagne. But I mean, if you send a bottle of Dom, I'll drink it. Margaret, the chat is moving fast. We don't even have that many people in here. I think we've all been so pent up. This is like when the COVID restrictions were lifted. I have it on slow mode, Rob. Like you can only post every 60 seconds. When we make it higher than that, people get really angry. Will, you drinking Turkey 101 as well? Attaboy, get after it. You were drinking with purpose. Good to see Paul in the chat. Paul Sterling, our biggest supporter. Eugene loves the 101. Good to see you in green, Eugene. It is green, right? Yeah. Hard to tell with these weird glasses on. This is not a fashion statement, by the way. This is just so I can see. Missed you too, Kat. David Icke episode is on the list. Spets. No, Marks, you are. Kayla, your stomach is churning from the alcohol talk. Did you have a hard night last night? YouTube review said there is no afterlife. I tend to agree, but I hope we're wrong. DJ Goldschlager is your go-to? Ugh. Cinnamon schnapps with crap floating in it. All right. You do you. Goldschlager is a rough hangover. And Barry goes tequila. Like if I just need a quick belt, just a quick belt, that tequila is my go-to as well. Don says there's an after files. There is. I'm not really counting this as an after files. This is a quick catch up. This is just to kind of reset, explain why tonight's episode was weird. Steve going for a scotch. What do you mean you might be up for a glass of scotch? I never sit and wonder, should I drink tonight? Like I'm pretty sure if I'm gonna. Mama Johnny Walker Blue. People have been telling me about that. Fan, you've had multiple spirit encounters. Interesting. Some people are just tuned in. Zoe X, how do I get green? You are green according to my screen. Green means you're a member. Looks like you are a member. If you didn't know that, that means you were gifted a membership. Mike D, Joe Rogan has given up on alcohol. I know Joe a long time. Has he, though? No, Har. We're still here. Catherine Wood, hi, everyone from the 24/7 channel. I'm so happy that is successful. I consider it successful that it's just to see a few people on there. That was a Patreon suggestion. Why don't you start a 24/7? I didn't think anyone would want to ever see that. But fired it up, and I never see fewer than 1,500, 2,000 people on there. And on the weekends, you'll see 5,000 or 6,000 people really just chatting for the most part. So they're building a community over there. It's super fun. And because there's so much action over there, I'm creating new content for it. So in between the episodes, you'll see new bits, promos, sketches, all stuff that I'm doing specifically for the 24/7 channel. It's, in my mind, it's like Amazon Women on the Moon or UHF. That's kind of what I think of that channel. So in between the episodes, just our wacky stuff going on. And so if you want to watch that, that's over on the Wi-Fi's backstage, which I don't talk about very much. I think it's more fun to discover it. Joe is a big fan of the Sleepy Time comp. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I put a lot of work into that. There's 28 minutes of new content in there. Big Box UHF was great. I agree. Cult classic. One Wing, you're very nice. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. The comments help. I am Zimano. I wish I was feeling better, but this is cheering me up. That's why we're here, just to make you smile. You know, I don't really have an agenda. It's not like I'm going to sit here and do news or anything. Although I do have some news. I mean, there's always that. If you want to support your favorite YouTube channel, you can go to shop.thewildfiles.com. Was that a Blorpus and Chill shirt? Blorpus and Chill Limited? I didn't even know we had this. Blorpus and Chill. I didn't know we had this shirt. Oh my God, that's funny. Is that Gertie's snot? Is that what that is? That goop? That is funny. Okay. And look, $20, right? That's what shirts should be. Not the creators that charge $34.99 drives me nuts. So if you saw the longer video, I kind of took you on the tour of the warehouse. One of the reasons we can keep the prices lower than everybody else is we ship a lot of this stuff ourselves. So we don't have to go through China or anything like that. It comes right out of the warehouse. Like if you order a plushie, it comes from us. And I try to sign as much as I can. I think I did 2,000 signatures last week for people. And all you got to do is ask. I'm happy to do it. SMK needs a bigger kickback. He does, and he's getting one. Eric, yeah, we're on Rumble. I don't send the live streams to Rumble because A, it's not like an automatic connection. It's annoying. And B, I don't have as much control of the chat. Like the live streams I used to send to Facebook, to X, Rumble, Twitch, to all those. But then the Facebook people would come in here with all their political nonsense, right and left. And we don't have control of it. But here, you can only chat if you've been a subscriber for 5 months. So it keeps things calm. 5 months. With those other platforms, you can just show up and start making your words out of your face hole, and we don't want to hear it. I can hear about Trump and Biden on other channels all the time. I don't need to do it here. Dimitri, I agree. Buddha Mason, were you saying you have a 24/7 stream? I did say that. That's true. Shannon Freeman, the Crab Cat poster is gorgeous. Rob does great stuff. It's, unbelievable. We have any new Guppy stuff? And some of these are just like stock images, but some of the images are real people. The ones you see at the end of the videos, the episodes, those are real fans who sent them in. I see a couple here as well. All right, I didn't know that was still up there. So shop.thewildfiles.com. Patreon is a great way to support the channel. So patreon.com/thewildfiles. And if you become a member on YouTube, you get 10% off everything in the store forever. And look, if you just want to join YouTube membership just to get the coupon code, buy some t-shirts, and then cancel, that's fine. That's kind of why it's there. It's not there to make me money. It's there to save you money. Honestly, that's why it's there. I don't keep any of that money. All that money goes to the team. They split that money. Scott, you become a greenie. Yeah, if you want to support, just gift a membership. Vegas Brent gifting membership, 10 memberships. You're awesome. Yeah, you know what? I'll match your 10. Hang on. I gotta put dark mode. That's why these glasses are tinted. Ryan James Barr. I love seeing everyone turn green. Me too. When there's, hey, saw you was in Vegas. It was cool to see you. My guy Gary meet up. Yeah, Gary's awesome. Judge Canone's Flying Circus gifting memberships, spreading the love. So when memberships are gifted, it's randomized. We can't control it. I wish I could. I wish I could just like pick people, because I've seen people like say, I can't really afford the cash if someone could, but we can't. You just hit the button and I don't know how it decides. Totally random. Kev Bart, Mrs. Fat AJ. Parts of me does as well. Getting fat is easy and fun. Doesn't take much effort. The food is way better. But nah, I'm good around here. Reticent voice YouTube decides. That's true about just about everything. Hey, from Georgia. Murmurs, trolls gonna troll, don't feed them. I don't think I feed the trolls. But look, if you just, even if I'm not, you go on the like your YouTube studio dashboard, it will show you the 3 most recent comments, and they're always great. But every once in a while, there's a crappy one on there, and yeah, I can't even avoid it. And it hurts your feelings because you're a person. That doesn't ruin my day like it used to, but it still like lingers. And like, why should I even care? Chris Ryan, thank you very much. That's very nice of you to say. Dark Comic Hero, welcome to the Lizard People. Hey, Long-Winded's here. Sulla, AJ is Nerdrotic more of a boomer in person, LOL. It's hard to say. I mean, we're about the same age, Gary and I. So when Jen and I were waiting for them, because we had dinner the night before the meetup, we were waiting for Gary and his wife. Jen's like, so what are they looking? What are we looking for? I'm like, we're looking for 2 other old people. We're 4 old people going to dinner. That's where it is. Just look for people like walking slowly and grabbing a banister. That's our date. You know, if there could be a walker involved, there might be a scooter. I don't know. Just look for old. Avatar guy, you're awesome. So reliable too. Adrian Curry's here. Good to see you. Matt Aiken, why are you laughing at old people? That hurts our feelings. Lawrence Northrup spreading the love. Brad Rose has a family of 10 cats, a ball python, a bearded dragon. I don't even are these real animals? 3 rats, a very beautiful wife who's actually last in the list, I noticed, and an Australian healer that thinks he is a cat. You got a lot going on there, Brad. Got dragons. But the wife was last in the list. That's funny. Now, Lunacy, I hate to inform you, you're older than dirt. We only go in that one direction. Brian McCann saying, watch Silo TV series. It's great. I agree. I love Silo. And if you like the TV series, then grab the books for sure. The series Wool. And you'll learn what happens. I mean, that's what happened with me. I watched season 1 and I had to know what happens. And the books lay it all out, beginning to end. I think there's three of them. I think it's a trilogy. I'm just catching up on the chat. Man, I miss my streaming station at work. This is terrible. Ren, first time here? Welcome. This is all it is, by the way. This is just what it is. This is all we do. Mark says dogs are better. All right, that's fair enough. I like dogs. I couldn't have one. I just don't have enough time. You know, cats are very self-sufficient for busy people. You put down food, they eat. They clean up after themselves, that kind of thing. But when they're babies, I spend all my time with them. So like that guy, I think I spent maybe 2 months sleeping on the floor. Is that right, Jenny? About 2 months? Sleep on the floor because he was very skittish. Just to get him acclimated. And then he got sick for that one day. We thought he was dying. I was just playing with him on the floor. Not rough or anything, gentle. When he was just a little thing. And he started walking like wobbly, like drunk, and then he started falling down. And Jen took him to the vet, and they weren't that worried. They thought maybe he ate something. And he came home, and it was worse. And we both thought he was dying for sure. Like, he came home, and he was just jumping and throwing himself against the wall. It was heartbreaking. And so I thought he was dying. And within 24 hours, he was 100% fine. That was a long day. I hear him now. I don't know if the mic is picking it up, but I see you. He's eating something. We're going back to the vet. I know it. Shannon, thank you for that. Wisdom, I love an orange boy. Alyssa, same exact thing happened to your cat. We're thinking maybe it was maybe with his inner ear, maybe vestibular issue, but they did an x-ray on him and there was like thousands of tiny pieces of metal in his system. Like maybe he ate a piece of foil or something. We don't know. Yeah, Joycey, they checked for that. There was no poison in his system. It was so strange because it felt like a year that he was sick, but it was really just about a day and a half, and then he was really fine. And Big Ball Pete, my cat is an asshole. LOL. They all are. You can't have anything on your nightstand. So I don't think I can link to it. I might have posted on Instagram, or I meant to. So when my older Maine Coon wants breakfast, he just takes his claw when I'm sleeping. It's usually by 5:30, 6 a.m. and just lays his claw in my lip and just lets a nail pull, and he just starts pulling on my lip. So this morning I woke up and I had to claw at my lip, claw at my throat, and then a mini Maine Coon staring at my face. And I have video evidence to prove it. Crossover. The Hot Ones hasn't invited me, Carve T. I mean, I would go, I think. I think I'd be terrible on there. But man, it's a big show. I mean, I don't know how good I'll be on Joe, but I've been on his show before, and I know he's a fan of the channel. And since I know him, I know it'll be fine. Like if I'm bad, he'll fix it. So it's comfortable. But at Hot Ones, he just fires questions at you. And I don't know if he pre-interviews. I don't think he does. You guys know what that is, right? Pre-interview. Like before you go on a talk show, you actually get interviewed first by a producer, so you know what questions are coming. Because when I was teaching media back in the day, one of the sayings I had was, if you ask for a story, you'll never get a story. You have, what's your favorite? You have to go on a desert island. What are the three? Blah blah blah. It's like I don't know. But if you pre-interview and you know that story, you know it's coming, they'll have the story ready. Celis is Joe's in Austin. That's true. I had a squirrel. My mom. You had a time slip, huh? That's cool. Are you in the UK, Liverpool? That's the hotspot. Tony Ripley. Yeah, and I was at MTV way, way long ago. Ryder Jones says, how about the Sean Ryan show? Again, I'm only going places I'm invited. I don't think we're reaching out to anybody. I mean, maybe. But I don't think I'm a good podcast guest. I don't know anything. I only know I'm an expert for the week. So, like with crop circles, I don't remember any of the towns. Or I remember a few of the towns, but I don't remember like the doctor's names, the years, or anything. But during that week, I can tell you every tiny detail about it because I get so immersed in the research. But I was turning out content so quickly that I had to just get it out of my mind, forget crop circles, and now we're on Hollow Moon and just dive into that. So, if I go on Sean's show, I'm not really an expert. Like I'd rather hear an expert talk. Heard Stone at Going Forbidden Frontier. Yeah, Gary would have me on anytime. It's me that's not going on. He would be happy to have me on there. But I kind of just would be on there like, so did you hear about the congressional hearing today? I'd be like, no. Did you hear about that sighting? No, I didn't hear that. Because I do the stories you ask for. So no, I'm not up to date on this week's UFO information because you got me researching Tartaria all week. You got me spinning my wheels. Big Ball P, how about Jim Brewer? I didn't know Jim had a podcast. I have to check that out. He is funny. Chloe Wright, is that Chernobyl shirt available in the Wi-Fi store? Victoria, is that in there? No, she's talking like I can hear her, but it's not time for her to come up yet. Chernobyl, I don't know how I didn't search for it because do I need a Cyrillic keyboard? Hang on, let me get my Cyrillic keyboard. I have one. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have one of those. I don't know if it's there. It's cool though, isn't it? That's one of my favorites. Eric Thacker, who's Gary? Gary's the host of Nerdrotic. It's just like a geek show for nerds. He covers pop culture. PK, do you know what the Black Star is? There are a couple of different theories. If we're talking the Nemesis theory, I do know that one. The binary theory, I do know. Lisa Gent, are you bringing the shoes back at all? Probably not. Let me look down at my producers. We're not going to bring Heckle Kicks back, right? Big no. Big no down there. Sybil says Gary is awesome. He certainly is. Lord, what's the update on doing a convention? Everybody wants us to do a meetup. Jen's down there. She's doing thumbs up. She wants to do a meetup. I would be afraid no one would show. That's my biggest fear. And, after going to Gary's, oh my God, he was like a rock star. I couldn't believe the line was around the block. Long Las Vegas, downtown Vegas blocks. People waited hours to talk to him. CAJ says, come to Orlando. I love Orlando. But I think our first one would probably be in Vegas. It's an easy city for everybody to get to because there's other stuff to do. Cat, OMG, a meetup with merch. Yeah, I mean, Gary did that, and that was weird. I'm not hating on him. I just didn't I don't know if I'd want to sell merch at the meetup. I know Victoria will want to. She'll want to set up tables, and she'll want to have 18 mods with piles of stuff. Do it just cash only, no credit card in the metal box. That's how she would want to do it. But it makes me feel, I feel like I'm always asking you guys for money. Burger's going to be in Vegas June 10th to 13th. Please have something. I don't think we can plan it by then. But if we were, it would probably be fall or late fall where it's really nice. Ryan James War, cash is king. It is, isn't it? It's like it just never seems to land on my 1040. Just land somewhere else. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe that's why I'm being audited. Kylie would love giving you our money. Well, I appreciate that. Ireland had its own Roswell incident. I never see it covered. Send it in, boom. I'll cover it. Every country's got a Roswell. I mean, I did Brazil a few weeks ago. Rebecca Corey gets very excited. Orlando has amusement parks. It does. And you can if you stay at the Dolphin Hotel, you can walk to Universal and Disney. And a couple of cool restaurants in between. Orlando out there knows what I'm talking about. Elite Super Grunt, $10.99 for me, and IRS is on my butt. Yeah, $10.99, they're all over you. It's all write-offs. With what I do, it's everything goes through the system. Everybody takes their pound of flesh before it lands to me. It's like, this is all that's left? Government, manager, agent, government again? Rebecca, let's go. Go do it. Amelia, what car are you driving to do the 24/7 stream? I can't tell you what car I'm driving. There are people threatening my life right now. I just say I have a Ford F-150, which I do. So that's safe. So, because everybody has one of those. And I've got a smaller car. I can't tell you what I'm driving. Someone's going to roll up on me. But seriously, the threats are scary. Shane, oh, you guys argue about that? Zindal, who is threatening me? Oh, they won't tell you. Because if it was just like, here's a threat against you and your family, and here's my name and address, well, then it would just be bolts of lightning. But it's just like a random dude with a burner account. R. Kreischer, you need security. I don't think we don't really need security yet. We're not there yet. I don't like people knowing Jen's name and saying stuff about her. I'm not worried about myself. I know who these guys are. They wouldn't approach me on the street. Please approach me. Paul says AJ drives a blue 2023 Lamborghini. I don't. Because am I the only one? Is it a hot take to say Lambos are just the ugliest cars? That's a hot take, right? So ugly. And look, if you're driving one, I'm not hating on you. You're killing it. Will AJ is the security. Yeah, I can take care of myself. It's everyone else I worry about. I mean, all the boys in my office, everybody's packing heat. Everybody's got a pistol on their hip. It's like walking into a saloon when you go into our office. Everyone just kind of lifts up their hat and just touches who's here. Every time we hear the bell, all right, he's all right. I feel like Denzel in Magnificent Seven when he comes in. Whisper in your ear. You guys know that movie? I feel like nobody knows that movie. Big Ball Pete, get Liam Neeson. He has a specific set of skills. Tony Ripley, AJ drove a 1998 Ford Festiva. I never did. My worst car was probably my worst beater was probably my first one, which I loved, which was a 1977 Ford Thunderbird, white with a red vinyl interior with a broken right door. That was a beater. I drove some bad cars, but never really awful ones, because my dad was a biker and a car guy. So even if we could find good stuff. So I mean, after that, I had a 1980 Malibu. If you guys are into cars, you know that the 80 Malibu was a pretty cool car. So we pulled the 267 out of it. You put in a 454, changed the wheels out, and we had a pretty good ride for a couple $100. Pete Rowland says, I'm seeing a 1985 Honda Accord. No, that wasn't me. But I had a 2005 Honda Accord. That was a good car. Toyota Supra you got, Kat? How about first cars? Anyone have a terrible first car? V Luna drives a 1980 Super Sport Pinto? No. I'm on the hunt for a 1971 Barracuda, if anyone's got one, with a Hemi. Hertz you had an 85 MR2. That's awesome. 1970 Skylark. That's a road beast. AMC Spirit. I forgot about those. J Flow Toyota Celica. But what year? Everybody had a Celica. Q Baker owned a Yugo. That's amazing. Todd Flowers, 1970 Impala with the moon wheels, right? That was a pretty year for that car. 65 AMC Rambler, nice. 95 Dodge Caravan. Man, everybody had that car. Everybody got their thumb stuck in that sliding door in that Caravan. Ah! Deborah, you had a 65 GTO? That was your first car? That's a bunch of BS. We hated the rich kids in my school. The Mad Todd, our 79 Ford Fiesta. See, that's where we were. That was my school. You had a 79 Ford Fiesta, you fit right in. My 77 T-Bird with the broken windshield. I think the nicest car in my parking lot is my friend Kirk, who's probably watching this. What's up, Kirk? He had a Fiero. Remember the Fiero back in the day? He had a silver Fiero. When he got that, it was like, damn, is that a Ferrari? It wasn't a Ferrari. Hang on, I'm seeing some good ones here. 84 Chevy Celeb. That was a cool car. 72 Chevelle for Donovan. I'd like to see that. Hip, you had a 60 Carmen Ghia, huh? Convertible? Michael's 67 Shelby GT500. For real? That was your first car? That's your first. Some of you people grew up easy. And look, that's fine. That's fine. What are you doing? He just went like this. Did you hear him? He's just destroying something. And then I turned over and he's just, ready, watch. You hear it? And it stopped. I see you. And now he's ignoring me. What do we got? 73 Eldo. 70 Pontiac Le Mans. Love that. Fizzgig is here. Tea Times had a 1977 Olds Delta 88. What a great car. Love it. Wilco, your first car was a 99 F-150. Oh, that's nice. Taurus Interceptor. 40, your first car was a 1930 Bugatti Type 35B on Grand Prix. Okay. Okay. We have different backgrounds, but we're all family here. Dude, we're live. What are you doing? Eating that?
Isn't it amazing what passes for a live stream these days? Boy, oh boy.
All right, I need to read a couple more cars here. We'll do some super chats. Hey, did you guys see they made direwolves this week? They made direwolves this week. I'm sure that you've been following that. No, I'm looking for the story. That was amazing. Like I want a direwolf. The third puppy was born this week. John Teeter, your first car is a 2028 Bronco. Not the John Teeter I know. Didn't he have something like his car was like very normal? Wait, what's going on?
I got dinner.
What?
I got his dinner.
But I'm doing a live stream.
I know. I'm in the other room waiting for you to call on me, but you
What?
haven't yet.
What's in the box?
Sushi.
Oh.
Ooh.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Now they're saying hi, Jen. Hello. She says hi back. MCM, they aren't actually dire wolves. I just know a millennial when I see one. I just know a millennial because every millennial sentence always has actually in the middle of it. Look, I know we've got one. Actually, they're not real dire wolves. They filled in some of the genome with the. I know. It's fun watching the millennials tell us stuff we already totally know. Excellent heels forever, says Scott. Amelia, I saw the woolly mice. I mean, they just look like mice, but it was cool that they were woolly mice. They just look like fuzzy mice. I don't want them near me. I don't handle mice well. Like I'm half tough guy, half jump on the table if there's a mouse like a woman. I admit that. I'll call the cats. Like if there's a roach, I'll just call the cats. Come get it. MCM. Don't get defensive. It's all good. It's all good. I'm not saying it's not cool. I'm just don't be so millennial. So when you do the millennial, actually, and you get called out, just own it. Just be like, yeah, whatever. You don't have to apologize, because that just continues the stereotype. And look, we understand, we're Gen X, so we understand millennials because you're our fault. That's, it's our fault. Because we raised ourselves, right? Everybody here who's between like age 42 to 55, we raised ourselves. So we thought that our kids could raise themselves too, kind of, so we let the schools kind of do it. That was a mistake. Linda Boomer here. I bet you're not boomer. Accelerator. Last car, same as the first car. 66 Mustang. Solid. Jaylee, AJ spitting facts, LOL. I just call it like I see it. And look, I'm well aware that I paint with a very broad brush. Like when I say women can't back into a parking space, I don't mean every woman in the world. I just mean every woman I've ever known can't back into a parking space. Not only that, most of the women that I know, when I back into a parking space, get annoyed by it. Like the wife. I never seen Jen back into anything. Except maybe like a Louis Vuitton bench or somewhere. So when I say women can't back, some women can. I'll just, broad brush. Asian women can't back into a parking space. No, I didn't make it racial. I made it about gender. To make it racial, I would say Asian women can't walk in high heels. Now, doesn't mean everyone. It just means everyone that I've known. That paints my picture. So threaten me on X. Go, that's fine. I don't care. Jay Hayes, happy wife, happy life. That's true. When the missus isn't pleased, things are uncomfortable. Ryan says, back that thing up. Did Jurassic Park teach us nothing, says Matt. I feel the same way, but that's the obvious question. And I'm torn on it because I want to see woolly mammoths back. But once you open that door, which is already open, right? What is the name of I lost the article. Is it Colossal Science or Colossus Science? Something like that. And they're literally doing what was in Jurassic Park, like filling in the genome where they're missing from other animals. And that was that was really the sort of the fuse in Jurassic Park was that they had incomplete genomes. So they filled it in with frogs and fish and other stuff. And it made it unpredictable. And that's where we are. Oh yeah, there's the direwolves. Colossal. Dallas-based biotech company, they've resurrected the giant ice age direwolf species made famous on the. All right. The company recreated direwolf's genome using extremely advanced genetic editing technologies that could shape the future. Do you guys know, did they use CRISPR? Did they use CRISPR for this? I mean, I wouldn't worry too much about it because AI is going to end everything before direwolves are a problem. I just want to see the puppy. Yeah, I would totally have a direwolf though. They're howling. Danny is here. Very reliable. Danny can back into her one-car garage. Also, it is annoying. It's annoying because it's that small space, right? And you have to back in because it's the only way to open the door. I lived in that apartment building for a while. Like you had to back in. Tony Ripley, what's your favorite sushi roll? I'm down for anything, to be honest. For sushi, I used to go omakase every time until I omakased my way at a place that was really too Japanese. So it's like omakase, like I'm cool. I'll eat whatever you guys eat. And then he made, it was like a shot glass with oyster syrup and a raw egg. And I don't know, there was like feathers in there. There might have been peanuts. It was like, oh, it was the grossest thing ever. And after that, no more omakase. Now I just order the stuff that I like, which is pretty much everything, except uni. No uni. But unagi, yes. Girl next door, shrimp tempura roll. Yeah, that's fine with me. Steve likes salmon rolls. Knowing Jen, she probably got those rolls that, but they're rice but deep fried with spicy tuna on top. Is that true? What I said? Yeah, she's nodding. There they are. Oh,
Crispy
are you
rice,
eating? You want
spicy
me to
tuna.
leave you all down? That's what you want me to leave you down while you have your dinner? Yes, leave you down.
No, there's you're echoing.
I'm echoing. No, it's just because Jen's got her speakers too loud. But it's like backing into a parking space with her. Hello, Mrs. Wi-Files. Hey, Vic. Mike D, all three of you are echoing. I'm echoing? UFOs are coming, says, please do a Wi-Files on the Shroud of Turin. That's on the list. I could probably debunk it, but there's new information on that, so I might be wrong. No, do you guys want to come up? Or do you want to finish your dinner? One at a time. How about I do some super chats instead? Oh, we've got some new members here. There's Jonathan, Teresa, Dad Bod, Sarah, Kira, thanks for joining. Killer Rabbit is there. There's Christy. You guys are the best. There's Quantum Sledgehammer, very reliable. Always the first super chat in the chat. We got to see Quantum in real life the other night. I was a bit starstruck. I was a little starstruck from my perspective, to be honest. It's like, you're the Quantum Sledgehammer. So there I was, minding my own business, listening to some yacht rock, when it occurred to me that the Wi-Files has super classy people bringing a high-quality product to their audience, and I couldn't be happier to be part of this community. Well, you're very welcome here, Ken. Very welcome here. You're one of us. Google gobble, one of us. So always, we got to meet a few people that were that we know from the chat and from Discord, and everybody was just great. Nerdrotic and the Wi-Files have a lot of crossover, and that is fine with me. Here's Lawrence for $20. I appreciate that, Lawrence.
Ooh, I like the way you tip me. No diggities. Just tip me up.
Yeah, what a treat. Cannot wait for all the new content. Love you guys. I appreciate that. It's going to be weird. It's going to be weird for a little bit. Mark became a new member. So did Robert. There's Raymond. John, welcome. Robert joined. There's Mr. Peckerwood. Sir, for the Krispy Kreme Resources of the Bear Fund. Don't let those people get into your head with their harsh words. It's not DARPA. I like the way that you put the @ sign in there. That's smart.
Hi.
We need on that wall. It's you we need on that wall. I'll stand with you there if you need it. I got your back too, my brother. Appreciate you. We got to keep pushing back. Hey, I'm Mike D. Pleased to meet you. Just want to say you run a very professional operation.
Oh boy, it's live stream amateur hour again.
There's Arminger. Love the channel. $100. Hang on.
Human, I want you to know I said human. Thank you for all the dough. Tipping, as I'm sure you will find, always is a good time. Ooh, 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 it's fun to tip the F-I-S-H. It's fun to tip the F-I-S-H.
Arminger says, I love the channel, watch and listen every night. Here's for the studio build. I appreciate that. It hasn't been cheap. And I guess we're echoing. So who's got their speakers on?
When Victoria's muted, I don't hear the reverb.
So we shouldn't have any echo. Okay.
Sorry,
Dark
Victoria.
Mitri, about the star people. No, I didn't cover the star people. I've mentioned them many times. I covered the Moon-Eyed people. All right, I'll look into the star people. I mean, I've talked about them a lot. I tried to give the look, I'm old, so I call them Indians. All right, the native, indigenous, native first peoples. I try to give their stories more attention than other creators do because they're great stories. So I'll definitely look into the star people, but I have mentioned them a few times, and I'm pretty sure they were visited by something. There's Ulan Hodges for $20. Shot on the Phantom films from the 90s. It's a fun double feature. Random thought of the day. All right, I'll write that down. I always take notes from you guys. Shadow and the Phantom. Got it. Oh yeah. Oh, I think I've seen these. Big Rob, I appreciate that. Very, very nice. JXV, First Nations, you're good. Native Americans believe this. I'm Native. All right, Cody. Cool. We're down with folks from the res in our company, aren't we?
Yep. Absolutely.
Am I the only white guy? No, we have a couple of white guys now. But I was for a while. It's so funny. AJ's so racist. Really? I'm like the only. He's racist and sexist. I'm the only white man. Everyone else. I got Samoans. I got Indians. I mean, American. Whatever. I got women. People of color.
The entire production executive staff is female.
They just have to say their face words. Brad Rose. I am white. I'm sorry. No. No, sorry. Just be you. We're being sorry for what race you are or being judged by it. That time is coming to an end because we are sick of it. Tyler for 99 makes me happy to see an After Files. It was a large part of my week. Your After Files went away, and then my job has me off work until February 2026. Glad to see you return. Well, it's good to be back. I don't know if we'll be back next week. I'm going to try. We're trying to get on a schedule, but it's going to take some stuttering and some stumbling to get back into a groove.
Yes.
Yapquap is a big fan from India, listening to videos while drifting to sleep. Well, that's nice of you to say, but I appreciate the nice words. Always want to ask me about Dan Burrish. Ask away. I don't believe a word he says. He's the guy who said he worked at Area 51 and did all. He's one of those guys with all the stories, and I don't believe a word he says. I could be wrong. Just my opinion. Thank you for that, Janae. Beats and Meats for $5. The most unprofessional live stream is back, baby.
Oh boy, it's live stream amateur hour again.
Tony for 10, keep it up. Excited to see these changes implemented. It's going to be fun. It's going to be hard. It's going to be weird, but it's going to be fun. Mike Goat is back, $4.99.
Oh, thanks for the tip, human. Here's a tip for you. Don't eat the yellow snow.
That's always good advice. Excited to rejoin the crew of the After Files. I still prefer the old format, but you're already better than balling. Folks should join the Patreon. You should join the Patreon. It's a lot of fun. I appreciate that, Mike. The plan is to just add more content. We're not going to take anything away from you. In the short term, maybe, but in the long term, no. You're going to get just what you want. And for the people that just want the ball-in type format, we'll have that. But it's really designed more for audio. We're adding the video component just to make it more digestible on YouTube, but we're really targeting the podcast kind of industry, I guess. Because the show's really popular there. I don't know why. But, if we're consistent for like 3 or 4 weeks in a row, we'll be in the top 50. I don't know why. So we're going for it. Jacob Sims, he's a Baller fan. I mean, Mr. Ballin, I don't know if I'm a Ballin fan, but I like John's work. I like him as a person very much. Yeah. He does a lot of good. He gives a lot of money to vets. I like that a lot. Mike, I'm not allowed anywhere near your back door. I'm spoken for. Sorry, man. You keep searching. He's out there somewhere. Your back door will get the attention it deserves. Conspiracy theories. Why will you only get black and white Maine Coons? Also glad to see Tiberius is doing well. Because those are the
They're
best kind. Obviously. I mean, I'm sure your tabby cat and your orange cat are fine. But tuxedos are the best.
They're the best.
If you learn a new Patreon member, keep up the good work. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the Madhouse. I feel like Jen should be a model. She's absolutely stunning. She should be on TV, huh? You can go search her IMDb page. You'll learn some things. She's been on a TV show or two. Look, I hit it before I hit YouTube. So
I know.
I did that on my own. We was both broke.
Yes.
Corey for 5. Thanks for the hard work. You're welcome. Remember the old video game rule. If you aren't running into enemies, you aren't making progress. I'm going to remember that. Yeah, it's something that I heard Marquez say that was from his coach, which was pressure is a privilege. That resonates as well. But that's a great quote. If you aren't running into enemies, you aren't making progress. Appreciate that, Corey. I'll just keep farming. Just keep farming for coins out here. There's Kuri Sudi Sama. Loves the show. Makes my day. Well, appreciate you. Adrian Curry's here for 20.
Boom goes the dynamite. Thank you, human.
What is this? Everyone mad at you have never have known the touch of a woman or seen the outside of their parents' basement. Ooh, burn. I know that. I know when people are hateful to me that they're just angry and miserable in their own lives. I know that. But you still, as a person, you still feel it. But I already know that. If someone attacks me and calls me like vicious names, I know that they're just so miserable in their lives. I've never left a mean comment for anybody before. I wouldn't even think of it. I'd be like, it's like, oh, that sucks. And I go to the next video. I don't sit there with my thumbs and spend a half hour trying to hurt somebody's and look up what's his wife's name and where are they and
That's crazy.
Find other things to do.
But they had a whole story going about us on Reddit.
Oh, whole story on Reddit. Our marriage is on the rocks.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that we were getting divorced.
The only rocks around here are on that finger.
That's right. That is
Damn.
right.
Well, careful. I don't know how you can lift your arm with that thing. JH, thank you for the deuce. Appreciate you. Now, are you guys hearing Jenny okay? Her volume's low to me, but I just want to make sure that I just have my volume down so I don't echo. As long as you guys can hear, because I'm gonna let her read some super chats for a bit while I work on my Philosopher's Stone. There's Angela Meyer or Angela Meyer, whichever. Love your storytelling, sending support and kindness to you and the fam. Very nice of you. Thank you for that, Angela. I appreciate you.
I think it was low because I was backed
Soul
away
Star
from the
says
mic.
yes, but volume low. Yeah, I'm feeling the same.
Is it better now?
I'm gonna bump up her volume.
Bump up the volume, bump up the volume, bump up the volume.
It's gonna make her echo because she's got her speakers on.
Distorted? Peaking?
Hang on a second. Orbis Hatfield in the chat. AJ, help me. From 87 to 91, I was a rabbit. No one accepts this or believes me. However, it's very frustrating. I can see how that would be frustrating, Orbis, but I believe you. I believe you were a rabbit during those 4 years. And those were hard 4 years to be a rabbit. I remember. But glad to have you back. I love Arch. What's this face?
What?
What's his face? He was a rabbit. No one believes him. I believe him. Lex for 10. Appreciate everything you and the team do. Keep moving forward. All the best from your favorite stormtrooper. All right. Holler 501st. Nick B, those threateners will soon be sleeping with the fishes. Loves new format. Keep it up. Thanks, Nick. I just get protective of the ladies. There is Amanda White for $20.
Booyah! That's the stuff.
Much love to the entire Wi-Fi House crew. You're very much appreciated. Please know that you all make a larger positive impact than the internet tries to tell. Something lizard people. All hail, great Lord Hecklefish. All hail to you, Amanda. Thank you so much for the kind words. We need to hear that. I certainly do. Yapkov saying Dan Burst is basically the OG, the Wi-Fi House from the yellow cube-looking glass, working with ET, alien microbiology, all of that early 2000s. He even outed Dulce Nellis and a shit S-load of BS. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I don't believe his story. I mean, I debunked his story. I'll just flat out and say it. I debunked his story with receipts in my episode about him. But it tells a great story. But he's the one who said Stony Brook University was flying him back and forth to study on the weekends, and the government was paying for it. And Stony Brook has no idea what he's talking about. That's my alma mater, by the way. Hollis Stony Brook Electrical Engineering. Where are the Epstein files? Says Jackson. You're never going to see them. Stop asking. You're never going to see those files. Paul is here. No, Tipsy AJ is best. It feels so real. No, it's not a good look. But sometimes it's difficult. Like I look at the time and it's like, oh, this live stream's really eating into my drinking hours. Better wrap her up.
Well, the nice thing is that it's Saturday, because I keep thinking, gosh, we can't go too late because we all have to be at work in the morning. And so it's really nice to no, we don't all have to be at work in the morning. You still can't hear me?
I have to be at work every morning. On Reddit, someone said there's no videos lately because AJ got lazy and is just taking it for granted and not working anymore. Just saying words.
Just saying words.
I guarantee I put in more hours on the weekend that dude puts in a week. I mean, there's no question about it. No doubt about it. I mean, because he has time to say mean things on Reddit. I don't have time to do that. Nick Pantazzi is a great name. Big, beautiful cat. I got a big Maine Coon, too. All right, shout out to you, Maine Coon.
We love them.
John Matthews. Well, we love North Texas.
I'm a goldfish. In a steel bowl I swim. I wanted a tip. I wanted a tip.
My wife and I love your channel. We often structure our evenings around your videos. We like watching your videos and laying in bed before we go to sleep. Don't let the feds scare you. Peace. Thanks, John. Appreciate you. Nah, the feds don't scare me. The IRS scares me a little bit, but we're in pretty good shape there. It seems to have stumbled. Seems like California's government is struggling with some issues. I don't understand what could be happening. The Mandarin Boneheads for 1999. We have a channel and have govern you a shout out. Really hope we can be as good of a storyteller as you are one day. You definitely can, but punctuation would be a good start. If you get the punctuation nailed, the story just starts to flow. I'm joking. Of course, keep up the good work, brother. Appreciate it. Banter and Boneheads. Everyone go check out their channel. They're telling stories without punctuation. Means nothing to them. I love it. Maria Agenda Ortega. Thank you for the $9.99. Appreciate that. Gracias. Mara says, this is my first live Winky Smiley. Happy to be here. Well, welcome. Nice to have you. Kravos, I really love how your wife supports your work. It's more like My work supports my wife.
Hey.
It's kind of how it really is.
Hey. Come on now.
Those two ladies run the whole thing. I honestly just talk to the fish. They run the whole business side of stuff.
Yep.
Sponsors and how things, I don't even know how it works.
Yes. But AJ and I have worked together the whole time we've been together. So
Badgers.
I will always support him.
We ain't got no Badgers. We don't have no Badgers. We don't have to show anything about it. I think it's UHF reference, not Treasure of the Sierra Madre. But anytime someone says the word badges, I have to do the whole scene. None of the boomers out there know what I'm talking about. Simone Freckles is here. What do you have to do to get a Wi-Fi's badge by your name when you chat? That's dope. The first thing you have to do is deliver your episodes on time. That's the first thing you got to do. Is not stress your boss out. So he's totally freaking out. That would be a start. Simone Freckles, by the way, he edits most of the stuff on the channel. He edited that episode you saw tonight, which I thought was great. Brendan did a nice job with that intro.
Mm-hmm.
So Freckles and I we work together a long time. So to get a Wi-Fi's badge, I think you have to be a member. But those little Wi-Fi's logo badges are going away. Because Hybrid brought up a good point. That it makes it look like it's an official account. And we kind of don't want that. We're going to get in trouble. Well, Sabina for $19.99. I see spirits every Friday night. If I get tequila and the Wi-Fi, I was glad to see everyone tonight. Good to see you. Yeah, I see those spirits from time to time. Missed you too. I'm a dog. OGC. I'm just seeing what I'm missing in the main chat. Hey, Ellie Brooks, good to see you. Roger, Roller Angle brings up a good point. Make sure you have enabled gifted memberships. I got one this stream. You have to enable that. I forget how, but you have to allow your account to receive memberships. What do we got? 8,400 people? All right, let's give out some memberships. Let's turn some people green. Let's go. Boom. Green. You get a green. You get a green. Everybody gets a green. Bees. Beats and meats for 10. Have you heard about the dog whistle made by Jake Barber and Skywatcher that summons UAP without fail? They give precise details on how to make it. Would love a UAP on the next After Files, just saying. Jake Barber is another one who I've got my whistleblower bingo card, which has military, Air Force, intelligence, community, military intelligence, Air Force intelligence, works with the government still, has a book in the works, everything approved by the Pentagon. So that's my bingo card has a lot of that. Jake Barber's, he's got all those filled. So I'm suspicious of Jake Barber. But who knows? Maybe when his team releases the book, it will be more enlightening. So there's always a book. I want the whistleblower who's not approved by the Pentagon. Otherwise, that's called a PR. Jay Shufflebosson. That's a great name. Did you have a show of your breakdown of your 3 favorite Art Bell episodes? I'm going to do a compilation of my favorites. Madman Mike Markham is definitely one of them. Probably my favorite. I actually have an email from Mike in my inbox right now. I haven't checked.
There's actually a super chat.
He's here.
Down.
He's here.
He's here.
He's in Vegas?
You earlier.
Oh, Mike's in the chat?
Uh-huh.
He's super chatting.
Oh, Mike, I'm sorry, I haven't got to your email yet. I'll read it in a second. So Mike's would be one of my favorites. I can't wait I mean, if he's in the chat, I can't wait for him to catch us up because he's still doing stuff. And by the way, that redheaded kid in the video that has made it now into every Mike Markham video is not Mike. So everyone got that wrong. That's not him. Mike is a super nice guy, by the way. Really smart. Love to see how he's doing. Hello, Madman in the chat. I told you you'd be a celeb in here. So Mike's would be on the list. The Area 51 caller would probably be on my list. I like the Mojave phone booth. I would do an episode on that if I could find a way to make it flow. I am going to cover the Area 51 caller pretty soon. We just got all the audio from the network just the other day. And there are a couple others, but those are the ones that come directly to mind. Your CAJ Bob is giving you the stink guy from behind you. You must be a fighter if you even know his name. Just thought you would want to know. Our Bob gave our kid nightmares. What scared you as a kid? Dawn of the Dead messed me up as a kid. What scared me as a kid? I don't really know. I wasn't that skittish of a kid.
But
I would go in the dark basement.
I have to tell you, see, AJ got that Bob because I asked him to, and then we have it sitting in a room, and every time I walk by that room, I about jump out of my skin because it looks like there's a dude just standing in a room in our house.
It's weird. It's weird. The first week I almost drew down on him once. Like I had my shirt was totally cleared. It's like, no, it's good. Bob's cool. He's all right. That's funny that you know that his name is Bob. That's how you know someone who trains. GM for 5, love the show. Would you be willing to endorse an official or unofficial fan meetup at Universal Orlando Halloween Horror Nights or in City Walk? How do I endorse it? I mean, Universal Halloween Horror Nights is definitely fun. I've been there. I mean, it was fun that one time. I couldn't wait to get out, and I would never do it again. But it was fun the one time. It's like Times Square at New Year's Eve. It's great. Everyone should do it, but I never would do it again. So how do I endorse it? 2 thumbs up. Shenanigans McFaddigan, was nice to meet you. Glad to have you back. It was nice to meet you as well. I love meeting real people in the real world. Wyatt, what are your thoughts on reincarnation? I kind of lean toward it because I believe in the sort of the universal consciousness. I think it's a simulation, but still same thing. So I lean toward it, but I wish I had proof. But some of the stories from these young children who know all these details about their former lives, it's pretty compelling. I have an episode about it. Jenny, do you have you finished your dinner that maybe you could read some super chats?
I'm not quite finished yet, but I was trying not to be rude and eat too much on the stream, but I can read some super chats first. Oh, okay, he's gone. So I guess I'm going to read some super chats. Hi. Hope
How's
y'all
my
are doing
mic?
good.
How's my mic?
Your mic is fine now.
Okay, good. I changed.
Somebody said, mine sounds like I'm talking through a Q-tip. The sushi was delicious, Dimitri. Thank you for asking. We found a really good place that's close by that delivers, and we love it. All right, let me get over here on the super chats. Let's see. Whoa! Arminger for $100. Wow! Love this channel. Watch and listen every night. Here is for the studio build. Thank you so much.
Aw.
That is super nice. It's been a few tough several weeks, but we are getting it together. Several weeks, couple months.
Yeah.
It's been a bit, but we just try to tell ourselves when we're listening to all of the construction during the day that it's progress. It's progress. That's what we do. So that's good. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. Let's see. Ulin Hodges for $20. Thank you so much. The Shadow and the Phantom films from the 70s is a fun double feature. Random thought of the day. Well, I like random thoughts. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. What do we got going on here? I don't know which ones he's read and which one he hasn't. I should have.
Oh,
been
is he
paying
not
attention
taking him down? I'll start.
instead of just eating my sushi. I should have been. I should have actually been paying attention. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I know I'm not as good. And AJ's going to be like, when I left, there were 9,000 people, and I came back, there are 8,600. So that's awesome when that happens. Oh, okay. Here we go. Jane Shell for $1.99. What are your cats' names, please? I think I saw you earlier saying you didn't type EBS. You didn't know where that came from. Well, our cats have their actual names, and then they have what we call them. So we have, I'm trying to remember what their actual names are. Monroe is Nugget, and Tiberius we call Bubba. And what's the name of the horse in Tangled? Maximus. That's Bean. So those are our cats' names. And we love them, and they're fantastic. Let's see. Thank you, Victoria, for removing that. BTK. Are all the women there hot? Yes. AJ only hires hot women. That's not, I shouldn't say that because it'll end up on Reddit, and then that'll be more fuel to our divorce fire. I got mad because AJ only hires hot women. No, I hired Victoria, and I hired Haley, who also works there, and she's awesome. And she's our gorgeous fiery ginger. Let's see. I don't want to answer the ones. I don't want to ask the ones that are. He'll ask the ones that are asking about drones and stuff because I have nothing to say about those. I'm going to go to the lives for a minute, see what's going on. PJ Bear, bite your tongue. Victoria's freaking awesome. And you can go away. Let's see. Hi. Wilma Titscrew says hi. Titsgrow. I always said that wrong. Says hi, Victoria. Debbie, we missed you too. We missed you too. We're glad to be back. Yes, we call Haley our fiery ginger. She's got very long red hair, and she writes all of our sponsor ads. And so she's got a very funny sense of humor. So she comes up with all of the crazy jokes that we use in the sponsor ads.
Very spicy.
Spicy. She's our spicy ginger. What do we... Yes, Victoria's beautiful and has the most beautiful hair. That's true. Somebody said earlier, Victoria, that they need your hairdresser on speed dial.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes.
That's sweet.
Ginger power. Let's see. I'll go back to the stars. Let's see. Carolyn Food Forest, $3.55. Thank you for $10. I'm an old woman. I've had stare downs with rats in my house. They scream when I catch them on the glue traps. I can also pack it back into a parking
I am
spot.
on a live.
What?
What do you need?
Victoria, your
I'll
mic's
check
on.
and let you know. Bye.
Your mic was on the whole time.
I mean, my daughter's at the mall.
Oh, sorry, guys. This is not a professional operation.
This is clearly not a professional operation.
You're right, AJ. You've lost like 300 people that were watching. It's all my fault.
Oh, I know. I watched the numbers.
I know. I said that earlier. Sorry, everybody. But he's back
I think
now.
you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, I don't know where we left off. Hang on, I got to unstar some of these. You know, I'll work the bottom up.
Okay.
What's going on with the what files?
We have started working on scripts. We've picked the first 15 cases, and we are going to start doing some test shooting soon. Very, very exciting. Very exciting.
What? Nerdrotic is in the chat.
Nerdrotic! Woo!
tips in style, but you haven't tipped in quite a while. My money is all spent. You haven't tipped a cent. I gotta pay my rent, or I'll be living in a tent in Portland.
I'm sorry, Portland.
Hey, Gary.
It's not my fault. I used to love Portland. It's not my fault. Hey, Neurotic is in the chat. We've got celebrities amongst us. King John walks amongst his people. There was a longer line to meet Gary than the line around the block to meet at CBGB's, to meet like the big punk bands. More people wanted to meet Gary. Someone must have bribed the fire marshal, would be my guess, right? Because we were over a limit. We were squished in there pretty tight. Although neurotic fans tend to be big people, but I mean, we were squeezed in there. We were definitely over capacity, weren't we?
It seemed like it.
We have a lot of crossover between the channels. So you guys should know the Gary in person is even cooler than you would think, which isn't true for everybody that you meet in real life. You know, creators sometimes are like, he was kind of a dick.
Yep.
Gary's nice, really down to earth, really great. All hail AJ's hot chicks. That's it. Look, I'm HR at my business. So one of the things, if you're a woman and you come work in my company.
Don't.
What do you mean no?
Don't, because it's going to end up on Reddit as the truth, and it's just you joking around.
That I pay for all the women to get lip injections?
And that's all you need to say. That's all you need to say.
Stop there?
Yes.
But is that true?
Yes, that's true.
Well, Reddit's going to hate that.
I know, but it's not like
I'm making all the women in my building have plump, juicy, luscious lips.
You didn't make anybody get lip injections. We all said we were going to go get them, and you said, put it on the card, I'll pay for it.
And they're just so happy. Everyone just three little duck faces at the production meeting. So happy.
Yep.
When is Haley going to come on here? She can hide from the after files all she wants, but once we go in the basement, her ginger face is going to be seen.
Yep.
Gary, thanks for the $100, man. I really appreciate that. Didn't have to do that. I think I might get the glasses tattoo. What do you think? Should we get the matching glasses tattoo? Jenny, why are you covering up? Did I miss something in the chat?
No, I'm just eating my sushi.
Corey says it's Reddit who gives I know, but I used to love Reddit, man. They took it from me. And then I used to like Twitter/X, and then they took it from me. Is Gino doing a story hour? Great to have After Files back. I think we do have I think we have one in the pipe. KG says Reddit is a mess these days. I still go on there. If someone links me to something nice in a sub, I'll go in there and I'll answer questions and things like that. But I won't browse because people hate me there. Elite Super Grunt, you made fun of Jen's lips. I didn't make fun of them.
No.
I think they're fine. No problems here. No complaints.
Nope.
Triple says, come back to X. I go on there, but mostly just to tweet out. Not so much to engage. I used to, but it's too much. I don't know how bigger chat, like, I don't know what Gary's feed is like. Because, you know, I tweet out a picture of Gary and I just shaking hands, and oh my God, the hate I get. But I mean, he's on Piers Morgan. He's making news. I don't want to be that famous, man.
Oh, Justin, don't tell Hecklefish I was eating sushi. I totally forgot. He's going to be mad at me.
Steve says, could we please get a Lacerda Art Lounge lizard people hoodies? It's really hard work. That's a great idea. Everyone likes that lizard lady. Everyone loves a sexy lizard lady.
They did like that.
KG, tell us what's underneath the pyramids. I don't know, man. I don't think they're going to let us know. I'm trying to turn up Jen's mic because I cannot hear her.
I tried turning it up. I can turn it up some more.
I can kind of hear you. Will EG, I am fat. I admit it. LOL. Still having a good time. Just that's it. Just own it. Just be fat and enjoy it.
How's that?
That's
turned
fine.
it up.
I like ice cream too. Zachary, so there's going to be a 24/7 stream or no? I need it. There's been one for weeks. It's over at the Backstage channel. It's going on right now. Hop on over there. And there's new content in between the episodes. It's kind of an homage to UHF or Amazon Women on the Moon. Reddit broke in 2015 with Blackout 2015. I don't remember that, do I? Was that the controversy with the APIs? I forget.
Hello to the UK, Andy. It's 4 a.m. there, he says.
I'm just reading what the chat is saying about you girls. Oh my goodness. Thank you for that, Mariam. Some cash for lip injections, $2. I need more. I need more. I need more than 2. Can you hit me with another 2, maybe another 5?
Yeah, we get great perks at the job.
Michelle says, I wish I know what Gary is. That's so funny to me. Because it happens to me, like if I hop into Nerdrotics chat and I'll just be like, hail chat, and there'll be a 1,000 people that, hey, Y-Files, Hecklefish, like 1,000 people. And there's always the one dude's like, what's a Hecklefish? I love that dude. It brings you right back down to earth. What's the Y-Files? It's like, all right. Vegas, thank you for spreading the love like a virus. Memberships moving through the chat like gonorrhea. Thank you, Guap. That's very nice of you. Jen, what's this person's name? I can't read that.
Wilma Titsgrow.
Wilma Titsgrow for $1.99 says, hi, Victoria.
Yes, I could finally upgrade my vodka to Belvedere. No more swimming in the cheap stuff.
Chris, when will USA become Canada's 4th territory? That's just adorable. That's just an adorable thought. Eh? Beyond belief, I haven't really looked into it yet. Information on the pyramid seems to be kind of tight. I'm looking at it, though. And if there's a story there, I'll tell it. But if it's just news, then I would recommend going to like a Corsetti or Forbidden Frontier, Gary's site. They'll cover it more tightly than I will. I'm more of a storyteller than a researcher. Michael Markham is in the chat.
I get pretty freaky. He's a super freak. The kind of fish you dream about. You got freaky dreams. I get pretty kinky. He's a super freak. But only if you pay me. Gotta pay the fish. I need a tip. I need a tip. I need a tip from you. And you. And you, human. You and you and you. Hit the super chat. Hit the button now.
Mike Markham, the madman, says, yes, I am here. Forget the email I sent, which means I need to read it immediately. It was a 3 a.m. P email. So, what does that mean? Like he was sitting down?
He got up at 3 a.m. to pee, and he checks his phone like we all do, and then sent an email while he was up peeing, would be my guess.
That's what I thought. We'll do an update soon. Sorry, something about the topicals. All right, we'll do an update. And just Don't give yourself a UTI or anything. I'm here when you're ready. Super cool to have the Madman there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, we're gonna get him in the studio. We'll bring him out of the shadows. We'll keep you safe, Mike. I really hope people have not bothered you, because if you guys remember my video about Mike's story, which is one of my favorites, I told you to leave the man alone, and I found him, and I didn't tell you where he was. And Mike was cool enough to actually acknowledge that and thanked me for not doxing him. And I was like, I'm not going to dox you. I wouldn't do that. She just has a great story. Ladies' lip tips from Tony Ireland.
Thanks, Tony.
All right. Sean Miller's daughter, Regan, is now demanding. She sounds like she's about 14. Titanic / Olympia switcheroo episode, LOL. I just pulled that conspiracy out of the last one.
Well,
but we have Titanic episode coming up. So we'll cover that conspiracy with the Britannica as well as part of that switch of that triad. And we'll cover the JP Morgan conspiracy in there, and with all the guys with the Federal Reserve, all that stuff will be in that Titanic episode. I think we'll even get Violet Jessup is probably part of that story as well.
Oh yeah,
right?
for
Violet
sure.
Jessup was on all 3 ships when they sank and survived all of them.
Yep.
Road Deer Games lip injection merch, big kissy face. Do you get nervous that what do you mean they took it from me, and who is they and why? I meant Reddit. Like I used to go on Reddit every night and just read and chill out. But when there are 10,000 people talking about you, it's hard to not want to see.
It's a little weird.
And most of it's not so great. So I don't even want to go on there. Do you get Hey, knucklehead. Someone asked what their names were. Their names are Bean, Dummy, and Dummy. Do you get worried that when I say something like lip injections, that becomes part of the show? Like at Gary's meetup, someone was asking to see Victoria's feet.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
And I would ask her to show her foot now, but she would fall down, hurt her back. She'd be on the floor, texting Neil to bring her a snack because she can't get up.
At the meetup, one of our mods, Hybrid, got asked for 3 different selfies. People recognized him from being on the AMA.
Well, he's the Hybrid.
He is the Hybrid.
I think he got more selfie requests than I did. BTK for 5. There's a push in the chat for Bob Lazar stories. We established that 3 hot women are on the show. Rebbe needs to know that AJ's a chick magnet. Always been, baby. They boomerangs to me, baby. They always come back for more. That's not true. I was a late bloomer. I didn't know I could attract hot women until way too late. I wish I learned that in my 20s. When Jen showed up for that date, I was like, I think I figured this out. I think I unlocked this puzzle. Bob Lazar, BTK, I don't know what I can bring to the story besides just telling you what he's been saying since the 80s. No one goes into... Sorry. There's an animal on the loose. No one goes into more detail than Rogan when Lazar was on Rogan. So I would go there. If you want my take on it, I'll do it. It just feels kind of stale. Am I wrong?
People just want to hear your take on it.
Want my take on it?
Yep.
My quick take without doing an episode is I think he's the most credible whistleblower that there is. I believe him more than I believe anybody else because his story's never changed. He's been scientifically accurate. Science has been discovered that he talked about in the 80s that wasn't discovered yet. Like, what was it? Element 151? Was that the one he talked about?
I don't know.
So I think he's credible because he doesn't wrap in all those other stories to his. Like, like Dan and those other guys. You know, I went to Mars. I time traveled. I was with the Martian Brigade in the future, and they turned me into a cyborg, and they sent me back in time. And that's the 20 and back story. That's the Laura Eisenhower story. So when I see her on shows, she gets credibility because she's an Eisenhower. But her story is all the stories. So spoiler alert, she was not on Mars. Vegas, thank you for that. Send $20 and gifted 10 memberships. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Sin.
Chuck Spears, what about Billy Carson? I don't like to be negative about people who are still around. Like I went after Corey Good because I don't like stolen valor. He said it was a Marine, but it wasn't a Marine. I don't like that. So I'll expose him. Billy Carson, I don't believe a lot of his stuff. All right, I don't believe any of his stuff. But I would like to have him in the basement to talk to him. I think he'd be really interesting to talk to. And I don't know how he would react because I don't really want to challenge him. I don't believe him, but I think you guys would enjoy hearing him tell his story. And I think that's what's most important. But we're going to have to figure it out. I'm going to have to find the balance between, you know, when I hear a story that I know is not true, you have to channel Art Bell and just let the story breathe. That's going to be hard for me. Beyond Belief, thank you for $20. Appreciate that. Truth is asking, admit you sing the song at the end of the videos. This is my headcanon. I don't sing that song. That's Space Jacket Starman. Star Jacket Spaceman Starman. What's his name?
Victoria, what's the guy's name that sings the song at the end?
Superstar Magic Jacket Man.
Space Jacket.
Space Jacket. Wait, Spaceman Straight Jacket?
See, nobody knows.
Something like that.
He was just someone who sent in. He just sang over the music, and I get MP3s sent to me all the time. And I never open them because they're always awful.
Straight Jacket Spaceman.
Yes.
Straight Spaceman. But for some reason, I opened his, and from the first, just the first note, I was like, "This is brilliant." That theme song is perfect. Like I couldn't even improve on it. So what I used to do is in the outros, I'd play either the music with the lyrics and then it alternate without the lyrics, back and forth. Because that song is with music on repeat by Victor Lundberg. It's a real song that I license. So then I just tested his version just once to see what people would think. And everybody went nuts for it. So from then on, that just became the official theme song. And you can go watch it on his YouTube channel, and he's dancing in platform shoes. It's worth a watch. Larry, you guys excited for the X-Files reboot? I think with the internet, recent conspiracy theories, new tech could be great and timely. I'm hesitantly excited. You know, there's been so many franchises and IP that have been rebooted and brought back, and they keep breaking my heart. I'm looking at you, Kurtzman. I'm looking at you, Kathleen Kennedy. I'm looking at you, Jennifer Salke. Well, 2 of those 3 are fired.
Yes.
Kurtzman's he knows where the bodies are buried. I don't know how he's still there. So, is Chris Carter involved in the reboot? If Chris Carter's involved, I think it'd be all right.
Somebody was saying at the Nerdrotic meetup that you and I should dress up as Mulder and Scully for Halloween.
I didn't hear what she said.
Oh.
John Stu for 28. Love what you do. Have you wondered how we can bring an extinct animal back but don't have a cure for cancer? I mean, we can go down the conspiracy rabbit hole about Big Pharma with that one, can't we? You just hate to have a system that monetizes and incentivizes long-term illness, but that is what we have. I just hope I'm wrong. I mean, I really hope I'm wrong, because the C word, that's in my genetics. That's how I leave this place. Be nice to make some progress. Adrian Kemp, welcome to Lizard People. Good to have you. Paul says yes, Mulder and Scully.
Yes.
Please fire Kurtzman, says Ron. I don't have any power. But KK is president of life for life at Disney. She says she's gone, but I mean, we've been teased before. Hopefully she is. Honestly, just want them to sell it. Just sell Disney to someone else. I would have said sell it to Amazon. Actually, Gary and I talked about this. Just a couple of years ago, I would have been excited for Disney to sell Star Wars to Amazon, because Bezos has brought The Expanse back. If you guys remember that, when Sci-Fi canceled The Expanse, he was a fan of the show and brought it back. So all of us, I'm a huge Expanse. I'm a maniac for The Expanse and the books. So when he brought it back, he was a hero. He looked extra buff to us that day. He's definitely on the juice. But now I don't trust him for what they did to Tolkien.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry to hear that, Cynthia. But I'm in the same boat on this side. I'll buy Star Wars. My name is George Lucas. I've heard that rumor, but I don't think he's interested in it. Smalls loves The Expanse. Same here. I listen to the books over and over. Like, the books on tape are great. Zindal loves The Expanse. And look, if you just watch the shows, you got to get on those books. From word one. RJ Page, you have to tell me which essay Corey book you're talking about. If it's the spin-offs, I've read all the spin-off books and the novellas, but if it's the books outside the Expanse universe, I haven't read it yet. James essay Corey, that's two people, by the way. Jim Willer, is that the one with Thomas Jane? Yeah, he plays Detective Miller. He's great. He's great in the show. Hey, Toby, I appreciate that. That's why I was so excited to get that promo from him, because it's just weird to be a fan of someone and they're a fan of you, and you're just it's just a snake eating its own tail. Is that a phrase?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know my shit from a hole in the head in the hole.
One time we were at the office. So can you guys in the chat, can you hear me? Because AJ can't hear me.
I could barely hear you, but I got it.
So we were in the office and something happened, and Victoria goes, "Ugh, I don't know my shit from a head in a hole." And I went, I know that's, I think you mean I don't know my ass from a hole in the ground. But I think, so that's a new phrase that's a phrase that we say now at the office.
Ben Makovich for 20. Orange blocker glasses. You're not old, still got good hair. I still got the hair. It used to be a little thicker, but it's still there. I worry about it, but it's still there. But yeah, I need the orange blocker glasses. What's going on in the chat? I agree. A feat. James S.A. Corey should finish Song of Fire and Ice because George won't do it. How long has he been? Is it the Winds of Winter? How long we've been waiting over 10 years, right? For Winter? Jen's nodding. She doesn't know. She doesn't know.
I just read an article about him the other day, and he said that it's been over 10 years. So yes, I do know.
He won't finish it. He always gets he's got another distraction. JD, do an episode about the Nazi rituals. You'd have to be more specific because they had a few, and some I'd rather not cover. But I've talked about the Thule Society a few times. What?
Nick G, the name of the beautiful woman in the top right, she is gorgeous. Her name is Victoria. And she's taken. She's married.
Will you get out of there?
Could you once? I mean, could you just one time conduct this live stream in a professional manner?
Jericho, Hecklefish versus Triumph, the insult comic dog. Who would win? Ooh, that's tough. Triumph was great. If you haven't seen, you have to go check out Triumph when he goes backstage at the Bon Jovi show many years ago. So it's the funniest thing ever. I love Triumph. I thought he was great. Native with the dark arm. Love it. Watching from Blackfeet Country, Montana. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Kevin. Big Rob loved the new stripped episode. I'm glad. Needed one like that. So refreshing. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I know it was weird. It's geared more toward audio format. Freckles. So you know for next time. It's geared more toward audio. Trying to get the podcast crackling again. But don't worry. Normal, regular episodes, plenty of them are coming at you. Paul, for $20.
Ooka chaka, ooka, ooka, ooka chaka, ooka, ooka. I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Human, you just don't realize what your tips do to me. When you tip me, I can pay my bills and you make me tingle in my gills. Oh, your tips are amazing, and I think it's crazy that you send cash to me.
Revived extinct species, creating artificial intelligence, going to Mars, gain of function research. Can't we just go back to when MTV played music videos? That's a long time ago. That's the 80s. They stopped. The real world was what, like 1991 something, wasn't it? But Al TV was first. You guys remember Al TV when he would like take over?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting very excited that the Weird Al concert is happening soon, and it's launching from Vegas. Does AJ use American Crew in his hair? I don't know.
He has.
What I used in there?
He has in the past, but I don't think that that's what he uses right now. I think he uses. It's a brand called CREME. They have shaving cream and hair stuff.
Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, yeah, I don't really know.
Brad Young, he is a lucky bastard. I got him front row seats to the opening night of the tour and backstage passes, so he gets to go meet Weird Al.
Shenanigan, how much do we have super chat to get a clip of Hecklefish pole dancing? You did it. That's done. Well, we can make that happen. Mr. Beats is here. What do you think about the guy saying we have tech that can bend time and space? I thought he was kind of bonkers. There's new Beavis and Butthead on Paramount Plus. I didn't know that. I'll check that out. Headbangers Ball was the best. Oh, yeah. I remember Headbangers Ball. He ran a show out of our studio for a while. Remember that, Jenny?
Who was it?
The chat will remember his name. It's at the tip of my brain. Oh, the sinuses. I'm sorry about all the snot. Sorry to ask, but did one of you fart? That's Nick Thornton for £2. I heard pop.
Yes, Ricky Rackman. That's right. Yes, he did
That's
do
right.
a show from our studio.
Yeah, so Ricky worked out of our studio for a while, right?
He did with somebody else that you guys would know. It was a dude. They had like a motorcycle show, and he was
That's
like
right.
an old actor or somebody.
His show is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Tender, don't have Billy Carson on. He's a grifter. But he tells a good story. But you know that I won't just have a grifter on and just let it go. So what I'm thinking of doing, and I'm really just brainstorming it, is doing a sit down with someone for like an hour, and then do a follow-up, maybe 5-minute wrap later on where I'm just talk to you and say, here's all the stuff that's fake about what he said in this past hour. I think that might be smoother than me just interrupting Billy every 5 minutes to tell him where he's wrong on stuff. I'd rather just hear his story with all the details and all the crazy stuff, and then we'll wrap up and shake hands and he'll go, and then I'll sit down with you and say, all right, here's what's what. Here's who's crazy.
Yeah.
Samantha C., what's a spirit molecule? I think that's DMT you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That one, Yeeps, talking about his 86 Plymouth. Love it. Blue Firefly Traveler 5. Gen X likes the dire wolves because they're both feral AF.
Yes.
We were feral.
Somebody asked about the Kuiper belt.
Oh, someone asked, but the Van Allen radiation belts.
Yes.
Dirtbag, thank you for that super sticker. Jim Wheeler, that would be amazing. It's my favorite when you break down what's real and what's fake. Yeah, I think that might be the way to do it. Ladies don't fart, we fluff. You fart. You fart. I mean, Victoria uses it as a defense mechanism. You know, like a porcupine or a skunk. She doesn't want to be touched.
It works.
Did you? Oh, hey. Oh boy.
What? What's
What?
happening?
I'm trying to do a thing.
Oh, look at the face.
I'm trying to do a.
Hi. Hi, buddy.
Oh, geez, you don't fit under there.
Hi,
Knucklehead.
Bubba. He's thirsty. Maine Coons love water. They love water.
You're fine. Right now, I'm typing in the chat just a lot of Z's. Dummy, come on. Well, he loves TV.
Yes.
Come on. Get over here. Come on. Get over here.
Now he's firing things on I hear the ping pong.
Nope.
Stuff it in my fishbowl.
Nope.
If you want conspiracy,
Oh, boy.
we'll do anything you want, but you gotta do something for me. We are the channel that can find whatever you may seek.
Oh my God.
Dude, you're on my. Hang on. Hang on. I got a kitten situation here. Come on, buddy.
Oh my God.
Oh, come on, buddy.
Did they get their dinner?
I guess that would be a no. Because he wants to see what's on the TV.
He does. Oh, look, it's Catception.
Yeah. And Jealous.
Yep. Jealous is over there. He turned on the ping pong sound. So I hear ping pong in the background. Oh.
Is that your friend?
Captain's log, stardate 10/09/46.44. The After Files live stream has proven itself once again to be extremely unprofessional.
Can you turn off the ping pong sound?
Did he turn it on?
Yes. Okay.
Hang on. He did. Oh boy. Okay. He's behind everything now.
I'm going to
And
come
he's
feed
eating
them.
the wires.
I'm going to come feed them.
It might be time to wrap up the After Files.
Are you hungry? Come on, let's have some dinner.
I gave them dinner.
I'll give them some more. Come on. You want some food? Come on.
He's not going with her. He's not going with her. My boys stay close by. Welcome. Why did you use an AI version of yourself for that video? What are you trying to do? Test the water, see what percentage of your audience notices? I did. You're a very dark fan. I mean, you might be on Reddit too much, but that was not an AI version of me. So what does that say that you noticed that it was? Because it wasn't. Very funny. Nick B, thoughts on the New Jersey drone panic? I saw it fly over my parents' house in December. That was a psyop to make you frightened about the election. That was all planned. It was all inside government. Remember what day that the drone flight stopped? That day. Put it in the chat. Jared, for 5, have you heard about the 30-foot tall triangle object near Pittsburgh? I don't remember that, but that's a story we've heard a lot with the triangles. I'll look into that one. Pittsburgh 2023, huh? We have video of that? No. Maybe. I look like I had a tan in the stripped vid. Yeah, they put like an orange cast over the whole thing. If you watch the whole video, you see the whole thing looks orange. I didn't want to say anything because it was already running late. And I didn't want to be like, the color's a little off. You know, and you could crank up the beauty filter on me a little bit more, wouldn't hurt. You have some dude thinking I'm AI. Well, he noticed, Victoria. He noticed. Jason Pate, what about those declassified JFK files? I don't think we have the full picture yet, but I think it turns out that everything Oliver Stone said is probably exactly what happened. There another agency involved that I don't talk about. No, Katy Perry did not really go to space. She went on a plane. She took a plane ride. Those ladies took an adorable little plane ride. Didn't even muss their hair or makeup, did they?
No.
We're astronauts now. We're like totally astronauts. We're totally astronauts. Can I get a selfie? I'm an astronaut. You're not an astronaut. You can't even back into a parking space. Yeah, how are you going to fly a rocket ship? What are you talking about? Tango, sticking up for real members in the military. We don't need that stolen valor. I feel you. I won't allow it. Call it right out. Corey Good fraud. Sue me. Tim K for 10. This show has gotten me through some hard times. Thank you. It's gotten me into some hard times, but I appreciate that, Tim. I'm glad. That's why we're here. Elite Super Grunt goes to space every night. That sounds fun. Paul Hines. But she kissed the ground, though.
Yes.
Oh. Wow. I mean, at least send him to space camp. Remember that movie? Just send him to space camp. Katy Perry made a fool of herself, says Ted Mitchell. Yeah, that wasn't a good look.
No.
Larry wants to know if you thought about doing an episode on gang stalking, either for channel podcast. Interesting phenomenon. Also, I don't know. I don't even know what gang stalking is.
I don't know what that is.
I never heard of that. It doesn't sound entertaining. Hey, Shell's Kitchen, thank you for that gifting memberships. Car Horse Shaft's underground megastructure says Nightborn Phoenix in the Caucasus. Nazi search for it, believing it was linked to Shambhala. Someone also found reptile-like skulls in that region. Please deep dive. I am on that case. Kahora Shaft. Oh, yep, there it is. Hang on. I didn't forget you. See if I can get this tab up. Kahora Mountains and the Caucasus Mountains, a deep vertical shaft, 350 feet. The exact nature of the shaft are unknown. Been described as an anomaly with theories ranging from ancient mining to extraterrestrial origins. Well, so is that the moon shaft? Yep, we'll cover this one. Thank you, Nightborn. Always nice to get a good topic. Yeah, we're adding that to the list. That's a good story. Like it. All right, 8:43. We'll go until 9 o'clock. We got to wrap it up. I got to eat something, and my sinuses are just closed.
Do you want to do a giveaway?
I guess we could do a giveaway.
So gang stalking says, term used to describe a persecutory belief system where individuals believe they are being systematically harassed, stalked, and monitored by a large group of people.
I'd have to find the story. There's always a story. Mm-hmm. I mean, on the channel. I don't just like to define something. I want to know what the story is, the narrative. What's the word?
The word is duck lips.
Is what?
Duck lips.
Duck lips. Duck lips is the word. If this is your first time here, here's how it works. Just type duck lips in the chat. Duck lips is one word, just how it's spelled, no space. And you will randomly be picked. And what do they win? I think they get Victoria's home number.
No.
And a 30-minute phone call with her.
No.
15 minutes.
They get a Hecklefish plushie.
They get a plushie?
Yep.
And a 15-minute personal Zoom call with Victoria.
No.
We could make that happen. So it's Duck Lips. Put that in the chat. We'll let that go for a little bit. Walking for $50. I appreciate that. Address my previous $12 worth of chat, please. I gotta find it. If I didn't talk about it already. I'm sorry, man. I gotta find it. Zachary said, I think your storytelling is what we crave. Joe Rogan is the greatest interview, but you really can tell a story. That's why I don't know how well the show would be. I mean, I'm scripted, Zach. I'm not winging it from bullet points. I agonize over every word, and I freely admit that. You know, if I could just riff, like John, like Ballin does, he's mostly bullet points and just tells the story. If I could do that, we'd be churning out content like crazy. I agonize over every single word. And remember, my scripts have dialogue in them. So they need to be tight. So
These are true. What
Joe
you
can
say.
ask me to tell the story of the Hollow Moon. It's not going to be smooth. Dragon tits will not work. Sorry, that is a typo guitar. Luck dips is incorrect, Connor. You're going to have to change that. It's duck lips, Ducklips. Just the lip tip will not win, Rob. I'm sorry. That's a typo. It's duck lips. Truck lips is a fail. Sorry about that. Truck lips will not work. Will my tits grow is not going to win. Thanks, Cindy. That's nice of you to say that I'm good at conversation. Now, Chris Clemens would like a foot massage from Victoria. I can make that happen. 7 minutes max.
No, you can't.
Luck dips will not work.
Nip slips won't work.
Yeah, Anthony says you're riffing now. Yeah, this is who wants to watch this? This is not a professional.
This live stream is so unprofessional. Really, what are you even doing?
10,484 people want to watch this.
Goose tongue. That's not even close, Archmage. It's not even close. That's not going to win. It's very funny. Kevin, you put a space in between your duck and your lips. You got to get them tight. Tighten up them lips. Angela says we should do a Victoria's Feet t-shirt.
That might be kind of fun.
The After Files contest is so easy to play. Type the word that you see, and it could be your lucky day. You might win a gift certificate to the Y-Files store. $50 to spend on merch and so much more. Or if you're feeling daring and want something unique, 50 minutes with Victoria's Feet will definitely make your week. Type that word and cross your fingers for a prize that can't be beat. Will it be a shopping spree or time with Victoria's Feet?
Epic. Epic. This is how we know we're wrapping it up. A little Woodford one rock. Luck dips. That's not going to work. With 600, should we pull the trigger or you want to wait?
Let's pull the trigger.
Trav, not duck balls, lips. I don't even know if ducks have balls. I mean, Howard the duck did. I mean, he had that little condom, remember?
Yes. Let's go ahead and do the drawing.
Do the drawing?
Yeah.
Howard the duck is... How did that even happen? You guys know that's George Lucas, right?
So weird.
He saw the comic book in a store and he thought he'd make a movie out of it. And he did. I mean, how do you say no to him?
It's crazy.
I think it was after that movie that Spielberg started saying no to him. Because George's ideas for the Crystal Skull movie were crazy. Spielberg's just like, well, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing interdimensional, whatever you just said. Whatever you just said, I'm not doing that movie. Howard the Duck's was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. Yeah, I mean, we liked it too. But we were little. Now, if you go back and watch it, it's really creepy.
Yes.
All right. I'm hitting it.
Hit it.
I'm hitting it.
Hit it.
There's Abby, Jesse, Tammy, Michael, Pink, Kayla, Spont said Sid, Blonde, Toby, Lori, Sari, Jesse, Mad Scientist, Smart, Cookies, Elite Super Grunt, and Ginos is the winner. Ginos is our winner.
Congratulations to our winner. I bet you can't believe your luck. You can now buy White Files merch. We swear it doesn't suck. Take your winning butt to Discord and open a ticket there. We'll quickly send your prize to you.
By land or sea or
I know I made a promise about victorious feet. Sadly, that cannot happen, even though it be so sweet.
But look at all goodies that feature hecklefish. I'm sure you'll find the perfect prize to fulfill your every wish.
Jen and I really put everything we had into singing that.
We did. I think
We
I
really
pulled
put
something. So
Tawny,
Ginos-
thank you for spreading us like a virus.
Ginos, go to Discord and open a
UWF is
ticket.
the new HPV.
Go to Discord and open a ticket, and we will get you your hecklefish plushie.
For Ginos?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. No more super chats because we only have 8 minutes left, and I want to make sure to get to everybody. But Andy says, Duck Lips episode idea. There's something to it. There's something very interesting about that phrase. I'm actually going to write it down. Larry says, this show is quackers. Yeah, it's not a professional operation.
No.
You might be surprised to know that I don't prepare for these. I actually do a little bit. But not as much as I should to make it decent. Another analog Sunday for 10. Hey, Agent Tim, thank you. Have you ever looked into the Process Church of the Final Judgment? I'm in Vegas too. Process Church.
So the Process Church, they think, was involved with Son of Sam. So we'll talk about that on the
would
What
be more of a
Files.
What Files thing. Also, this process was British religious 1966. Founders were English couple, described as kind of a neo-Gnostic. Okay, got it. Where's the good stuff? The connection to the Manson murders. There you go. So that would be a What Files.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really do too many with the murders and the stuff. I let the wife will handle all the sexual assault stories. That's really more of her domain. Jim McLaughlin's there, former U.S. Marine. Love your show. Appreciate you. No better friend nor worse enemy than United States Marine. Believe that. Chat is 4 members longer than 13 weeks.
It's for members longer than 13 weeks.
Why couldn't he just put in those EM in there and help a brother out? This is already a sloppy program, and he's got me mumbling super chats now. Members. Kelly, member for 1 month. Duck Lips. X Monarch says, just watch the episode. Production quality took a major step up. I should hope so. It took them freaking 5 GD days to get that done. Elite dropping a semper in the chat. There's always Marines about when the After Files is live.
Joshua
And that's
Plummer.
fine by us.
Yes, we
Plenty of
have
those
done
in
an
my family.
episode. We have done an episode on the Tsarachina hole. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yes, we have done an episode on that.
Tarachnia.
Yes.
It's a good story. I really like it. When I go back and look at it, it's the AI image generation, video generation is getting so good that I go back and look at the early ones. It's like, oh, I wish I could redo that one. but I think I'm going to revisit a couple of episodes and do a sort of like an updated cut with new visuals, because Ancient Aliens and the History Channel is copyright striking everybody right now. I got hit. So it's like, well, I guess I'll just recut this video with some new visuals and pick up some views. Have it your way. And don't call me to go on Unexplained anymore, because I won't do it. So you saw that came out, right? My second episode came out, and it wasn't as bad as I thought, because I was so terrible that day. I drove from Vegas to LA on no sleep and rolled right onto the set and started answering questions about haunted islands. I was not prepared. Tim Thompson, $50.
Won't you tip me? You know I don't believe you when you say you don't got money. Won't you tip me? You know I can't believe it when you say that I'm not funny. I write too many jokes just to amuse you folks. You better super chat me or I'll just keep singing. Won't you tip me, human? Won't you tip me? Oh. Won't you tip me, human? Won't you tip me? Whoa.
Thanks for that, Tim Thompson. Appreciate that. There's Hecklefish Fear the Crab Cat gifting memberships. Come on, sinuses. You just got 3 minutes left. You can do it. Just this whole side of my skull is just closed now.
Aww.
It's just cemented shut. It's fine. It's fine. You don't have to be a professional in entertainment anymore. It's been democratized. Anybody can do this. You don't have to prepare. You don't have to be talented. You don't even have to articulate. Never seen a more classy vomit, says Chef's Game 2. Cheers. Right back at you, Lisa. But my wife is here, so keep it PG. After she drops off, then you can do the dirty talk, but not with the wife watching. Thanks, Mr. Fister.
Rude.
We've got mugs that are perfectly suited for your fist. All of our mugs are 100% fistable, guaranteed. What's your next topic on your next episode? Says the Bruter. Ghost ships. So ships where they're found and everybody's gone, and like the meals are still set on the table and everything's in place and they just vanish. Then the next chapter is ships that are found and the crew is there but dead in weird ways. And the third chapter is ships that are found weeks or months or even years later that are just sailing for years. There's one that's been spotted as recently as 2008, has been sailing for 75 years. And then finally, I'll cover the ship in the Mojave Desert, which is one of my favorite stories. So I hope you like it. I don't know how well it's going to do, but I like ghost ship stories. Avatar guy says fun stories. I think so. Louis says, hell of a bar back there, by the way. It is. I got most of it covered, but I still just go back to the Turkey 101. Ilmatic, I'm still looking into the pyramid stuff because my channel is storytelling. I'm not a journalist. So I need to know what's going on. I can't just say, here's the latest on it. That's not what I do. Maybe I'll do that on the podcast. But here I like to have a coherent story with a beginning, middle, and end, so you walk away learning something, not just giving my opinion on what might be there. But Corsetti's following it, so check out Bright Insight. Jimmy's a great guy. I'm a huge fan, and vice versa. He supports us. Good to see you, Marto. Jen doesn't do her own show yet, but she will. Dan Peterson, the Flying Dutchman, that's correct. But I'm going to start with the Mary Celeste, because the Mary Celeste, that's all documented. Flying Dutchman is a legend, which may or may not be true, but the Mary Celeste was a real ship, and that really happened. Those people really just disappeared. 10 people, the captain, his wife, his daughter, and 7 crewmen, or as Hecklefish would say, 7 seamen were swallowed by the sea. Or the seamen were spit back out. Either one. Hip Karma says, what?
Nothing.
What did I say?
Nothing.
WrestleMania Y-Files, let's go! What's that, the peace sign? Is that the WrestleMania sign?
No, I don't know what it is. I don't know. Is there a WrestleMania sign? Lindsay, I'm very sorry to hear that.
Cody James shaking his head. Fester Stash going on Reddit. Oh, they're already over there. There's plenty of reviews about how good of a live streamer I am on Reddit. He doesn't know. He just talks about. He doesn't even do anything. He doesn't know what he's doing. I told you this is not.
Imagine if live streams had open mics. That would be this. Only this is much, much worse.
That one hurt. Chase, yes. But you can't be so obvious with the joke. You have to let the audience make the connection. You can't just say it like that. That gets me demonetized. Smalls, now I want sushi. I want sushi too. I snuck away and grabbed a piece. Me and 2 Maine Coons split a piece of sushi while I was gone. Reddit is just full of humans who have too much time on their hands, says the nurse. She's correct. That's the hot nurse, by the way. I got you. Agent Moon. Thank you, Noah. Aaron, you're going to make me look up those coordinates now? Is that what we're doing? For heaven's sake, can I even highlight that? All right. Hang on. Is that it? That's it. Okay, what do we got? Where are we? Oh, we're in California. What do you have me? Whoa! Okay. That paid off. We got a little Millennium Falcon at the coordinates. What? Hang on now. Hold on, son. Let me find where Vegas is, and let's see, where are we? Are we outside of Nellis? No. Where are we? All right. I'm just trying to get my bearings because I know a lot of this terrain. And I know a lot of this stuff. And most of it's nothing. But some of it is something. And I don't know this one. Come on now. Hold on. There's a boat here, y'all. There's a boat here. All right. Do you guys know what this is?
Mm-mm.
It looked like the Halo energy sword. It kind of does. But hold on, we're in the middle of the desert, and there's a shape of the Millennium Falcon and a ship.
Somebody said the military uses it to test boats.
That's what this is?
Testing facility is what they're saying.
Well, I'm looking for egress and not finding any. That could be... No, there's some there. Where are the Jeeps? I don't even know if I'm even on camera because I'm like, I forgot I'm live streaming because now I just want to know what's going on here. I'm looking for
artificial lake.
Yeah, it does look like an artificial lake, but I gotta put this in 3D. It's not gonna be in 3D. Are they just? I mean, I feel like sometimes the Air Force is just trolling us. Like, hey, let's just make a perfect circle in the desert and see how many people get upset. Look at this. They put the Millennium Falcon over here, and is this not the Death Star? Is that the Death Star? Am I wrong? Say I'm wrong. It's right there.
No, you're right.
There's the trench. They're just trolling us. I'm looking for an X-Wing or a Y-Wing fighter. Red 5 standing by. All right. We should wrap this up because I got to look into this now.
Yes.
I don't even see military bases around here. But the government owns all of this in here. All right, I'll look into that. That's a great find. Usual suspect. I'm sticking with Mel's Hole. Brown, I'm probably not going to cover Tartaria just yet. That's a very new urban legend. It's very debunkable. A lot of holes. But there's some cool aspects to it. Like, why is a basement built? Why are there windows built underground? I get it. Heardstone at Gary's a fan of Mel's Hole. Everybody loves Mel's Hole. Everyone wants to get in there. Alfred, did you say Jen has her own interesting channel? Hers is coming. She's going to do true crime.
Mm-hmm. The what
Phil
files?
says membership is sweet, but Phil, you're not green. Let me drop some green onto the chat before we wrap this up.
So for everybody that's asking if we can gift them a membership, we don't have any control over that. You have to say that you will accept gifts in your YouTube channel. And then when anybody gifts memberships, YouTube just automatically assigns them to people that are subscribed to the channel. So we don't, we can't do it. We can't pick. Sorry.
You saw tanks? I don't see tanks. I'm going to look, though. I'm going to look. I am no stranger to these photos. I spend so much time looking through this stuff. Oh, God. And then imagine doing an episode where you have to look at these, but on Mars. At least on here, I can zoom out and be like, oh, all right, there's California. I get it. But you zoom. I don't know Mars as well as I know Colorado. I hope some gifts landed in the community. Jason got green. Who else got green?
It said over
Oblivion
500
got green.
memberships. Over 500 memberships were gifted tonight.
Mad Elf got green. Well, that's amazing because I only gifted about 100. I think I did 120 maybe. So that's everybody else doing it. Tyler got green. Aaron got green. Yeah, they make a cream for that. Jonathan Uvall got green. What was that about Uranus? Hearthstone, do you know Uranus? As well as anybody, baby. Yasmel Rodriguez, I want to get green. We don't have any control over it. The simulation decides. But you can get green by clicking the button and joining, but then you got to pay yourself. Or someone could be generous in the chat and drop some greens on people. Need Hecklefish ASMR, says Matthew. What do you want him doing? Just the sound of him chewing?
The bubbles in his bowl.
Andy, I haven't covered any episodes on fictional place names on maps, but if you email me a list, I will look into all of them. Lemonstein Duck Lips is over. We've moved beyond Duck Lips at this point. I'm sorry. You're late. Curious Noggin, good to see you. Story idea of our belief is the apocalypse is causing it to happen. What I mean is by believing that the apocalypse is going to happen, we're causing it to become real. I kind of believe some of that. Let me see if let me drop that on there so I'm not so you can understand me. I believe some of that because I buy into the quantum consciousness all connected theory. Not so woo-woo. I still believe there's a lot of science undergirding it, but the idea of manifesting certain realities, I lean in that direction. Remember, even though I debunk stories, that doesn't mean I'm a skeptic or a professional skeptic or I'm looking to debunk. I'm open-minded to all of that stuff. So when people talk about The Secret and manifesting, I kind of believe some of it because I've seen it happen. And if you're into that stuff, I have an episode coming up. I think we're going to do it next week on synchronicities, where Carl Jung talked about how you can manifest realities. But it's going to be one of those weird no hecklefish episodes. We'll see how it does. Scott is still not green. Got to click that $sign. Compilation things that made me a believer is my favorite. Says Blue Firefly. Yeah, those are weird. Those are weird. All right, I think that's going to do her. Toby and his tortoise are nerding out on the coordinates. We got those in the chat, right? Let me paste them one more time so you guys can check it out. It's crazy. And go southeast, and you'll see the Death Stars there. Even with the it's now the most powerful station in the universe. I suggest we use it. Just one last look at the chat. Good night to you, Ted. Happy Easter. Happy Easter and Passover to everyone who celebrates. Ginos Story Hour coming at you soon, Smalls. Check backstage. I've got a new one up there. If you're still jonesing, the 24/7 stream is, oh, sorry about the whistle, is on the Wi-Fi's backstage channel, which you'll probably be redirected to after this. If not, I can make that happen. There it is. I think I can send you over there. Can I? Yeah. So after this closes, you're actually going to get sent over to the live stream. Good night, North. Good night, Autumn. Good night, HT. Victoria's gone, but she did a great job. Thank her for her work. I've covered a few Hawaiian stories. Hoku in Hawaii. But if you have something specific, let me know. Peace and long life, Tani. Live long and prosper. There you go. Jenny, thank you for your help tonight. Did a great job.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
There she goes. And appreciate all your support, especially everyone who gifted memberships to other people. That's amazing to just support each other like that. The best way to support the channel is become a Patreon member. Join the community. It's cheap. It's $3. If you want to just join our community without spending $1, you can do that. Hop on Discord. It's free. It's a lot of fun. We have 75,000 members over there. Grab something from the Wi-Fi store. We keep the prices low. Or just keep watching, like, subscribe, all that nonsense. I appreciate you guys. Couldn't do this without you. This is the best community on YouTube. No question about it. Good night. Hecklefish will sing you out.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I swam down each and every highway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried. I've had my fill, my share of losing. And now, as tears subside, I find it all, it's all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a fish? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. Our record shows I took the blows and did it my way. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Let's hear it for the Y-Files house band. You guys sounded great tonight. And take care of those waitresses, will you? All right. Everybody get home safe. This is Hecklefish. And you know what? I did it my